are here. We will be getting started shortly. Come on in, find yourself a comfortable spot. We are going to crank it up in just a moment. You are in the right place. This is the right side or the right portion of the galaxy that you should be in on a Thursday night, because we're about to get to it as we do it. Just wait a couple more seconds. There's some more folks coming into the room. We'll just give them a moment to get in. And we're going to start the night like this. First, the air is blue. And then it is bluer. And then green. And then black. Am I blacking out? And yet my mask is powerful. It pumps my blood with power. The sea is another story. The sea is not a question of power. I have to learn alone. To turn my body without force in the deep element. Diving into the wreck. Adrian Rich. Welcome. Welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. We hear y'all get excited. Welcome to the online open mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do. We've been doing this and doing this and doing this. Well, welcome to episode 136, as we do and have been doing every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 860-4964-4756. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. We do this week after week thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills. So we would like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Bloomberg Philanthropies, the Howard Gilman Foundation, and New York State Council on the Arts for hosting these free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to newyourekan.org/donate. Every increment counts and is very, very much appreciated. Make sure you're plugging in with the dopest tech team in the Zoomverse, the one and only Matthew Marroquin, Storm Lake, Jersey representative. Make sure you plug in with Matthew, as well as one half of one of the dopest tandem hosting spots. Final Friday is going down. Make sure you plug in. Also, my man in the building this evening, my man Brian Lee, Kid Kuza, the cut creator himself, the music man is here. Always appreciate all that you do, sir. Truly, truly appreciate you. And, of course, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. That cat's dope. All the way up in the BX. You know what it is, man. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. Make sure you plug in. All right. Tonight's theme. It's a deep dive. Under pressure. Right. For those who know music, that's like a refrain, right? Under pressure. But a deep dive is really into what is a part of you. Right? When you get down into those murky depths and you feel like it's hard to breathe, what do you find when you're diving deep within yourself, within your own psyche, right? And what is under pressure to you, right? What are you under the pressure of, right? And I think digging deep and diving deep down into those things is where you find where the pressure is actually coming from. So if your artwork is not on theme, that is still totally cool. We are still looking forward to all of your creative genius this evening. Next week's theme, which will be the last theme of July. Can you dig? We are moving through, folks. Next week's theme. I thought we'd end on something tasty. Flavor profile. Taste of the soul. And I try to make sure that there are some food themes in here throughout the year, because this gives everyone a chance to talk about their favorite recipe. Bring your favorite recipe. Here's my challenge to you next week, folks. Bring your poems in the form of recipes. All right? Bring your poems in the form of recipes. 1 cup of this, half a cup of this, and then build on your poem, right? But think of it as an actual ingredient list, right? Like a recipe. That's what we're doing next week, folks. And here's a look at our upcoming themes for August. It's going to be interesting, right? We're going to dig into some time, some juxtapositions. We're going to have a good time, all right? We're going to have a good time, as we always do. So, let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your artistic performance. Have your artwork ready. We will have a full list this evening, and we want to make sure that everyone gets the same amount of time. Speaking of time, artists, you have 4 minutes to rock. You also have a 30-second grace period. Listen, we are trying to keep this 4 minutes in place so everyone can get the same amount of time. So, folks, do yourself a favor and try to get it within those times, right? We don't want to mute anyone. We want to make sure that everyone gets the same amount of time. And we don't like to cut people off. I know how it feels. So please keep it tight, keep it right, so we can get to it, all right? You will see a timer that pops up, and as it's counting down, that is your time, right? As soon as you get up on the mic and you start ripping, you will see that timer go down, right? Once you get to 0, you will hear a sound, and that lets you know it's time to wrap it up, B. Sounds like this. It's time to get to it, right? You have 30 seconds to wrap it up so we can move on to the next artist, all right? Keep it right, keep it tight. We can do it. We have reached the night where the real dangerous wordsmiths come out to play, right? The realest of wordsmiths come and do their thing. Some may bring about some triggering flashbacks, and some may be exquisite, explicit lyricists. But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, my favorite part, baby, there is no censorship. Seriously. Other than any ism or any hate speech that people may use to manipulate, which will not be tolerated, right? Fuck around and get cute and get the boot. Really. This is a living, breathing trigger warning. Thou hast been warned. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy, all of that exuberance with your colleagues, with the world. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. We're going to make sure it stays that way. All right? So, share all that energy with your colleagues, with the community, with the world, and it will be returned to you in the performances of said colleagues. The guaranteed list tonight is closed. All right? Sign-ups begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to neweurekan.org. And you're going to get down into the full events calendar. Click on the Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need that artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way you're getting on the guaranteed list, and they don't show up until 24 hours before the show. Last night, 6 minutes, like Dougie Fresher on, 6 minutes, and the list was full. All right. Actually, like after 3 minutes, after 3 minutes, it was pretty much done. So it is a hot ticket. So make sure you are setting an alarm to get to it. All right. Tonight's list is full of amazing artists that came to do some amazing things. We're going to hear something that we've never heard before this evening. And I have no doubt it is going to be mind-blowing. All right. So let's get to it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? Oh my goodness. It is great to see you all. I look forward to this day each and every week. The Jedi Master is in the building. Lantern Carrier. Chaka, welcome back. Great to see you. Ray Whitaker in the building. Verses on the Path, welcome. Angelina on the move. Baba and Ngoma. Rebecca, welcome back. Alan Gary is here. Asia Barrett is in the building. Welcome. Joeski Sea is here. Poetastic. What up? Ike Waltz is here. Dre. Great to see you. Glad you made it. Wall Poet in the building. Dara, what's up? Leith, what up? Lori, what up? Prince of P is in the building. Auntie April is here. Elizabeth Horn is here. Yeah. It's one of those nights, man. Like, I appreciate all of you for being here. You could be anywhere in the world, but you are here rocking with the online open mic. Tonight's going to be amazing, y'all. I am posting tonight's list in the chat, and we will get straight to it. Hope everyone is feeling great. Hope everyone has had a great week up to this point. We're going to get this work tonight, right? We're going to get this work tonight. So, there is tonight's list. Let's get started. Coming up first, this gentleman always just has a way of setting the tone for the evening, about putting a lot of positive energy in the air. And he always has a rhyme that's always right on time. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Come on, Eddie, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please, take it away. Let's go, man.
Thank you, my bro, like no other words like thunder. And thank you for pushing through. And never get that we love you. Rama Thompson, Matthew McKean, and Brian Lee, too. Woo! Hello, my name is Ed Potational Fitter Fantastic. Please, time to join my rhyme. Fafo Supply. I got two pieces, or I take too much time. My first piece is called Just Right. It doesn't matter. Keep climbing the ladder. Don't think, just write. Write whatever is in sight. Your pen has no rules. You're not in school. Keep writing the lines. The lines are personal design. If you ponder your actions, it won't give you satisfaction. Oh, it's all wrong, wrong, wrong. Who cares? Does it come off strong? Is that teaching your ear? Tell it to shut up and get out of here. There's no skill or mindset to write. Please write with all your might, all right? It sounds boring with many errors. Okay, you have grammar terror, but no pressure. Like you, it's a work in progress. No need to suppress, if I can confess. It's not an exam, project, or test. Keep on writing and doing your best. Thank you. And this other one's called Public Square. A snake wrapped around. I couldn't make any sound. I could hear the dreadful rattle. My body's losing this battle. Oh my God, I can't breathe. I can only grip my teeth. The wind refusing to come out. Come on, why can't I shout? Do I have an early stage of gout? Or an itsy bitsy amount of clout? I feel naked with no underwear. Please don't stare with those glares. I feel like animal in the zoo. My mouth stuck by crazy glue. So what the hell is that? Am I picking words from a hat? Why couldn't I be born a bat instead of silently suffering an attack? Why do people make it look easy or not trying to come off as cheesy? My mind's feeling like milk. My tongue is feeling like silk. Oh God, where are my notes? Hopefully not chewed up by goats. Yeah, now I'm sweating many bullets. Breathe before you start crying pellets. Oh, anxiety, please remove your grip before my heart skips while I slip. If you have anxiety in society, it's only reality with extra variety. It's okay. It's another day. Don't downplay your wordplay. Remember, it's only in your mind. Nobody's going to kick your behind. We all have that uncomfortable feeling. Don't need for freezing or squealing. Never forget, don't focus on little old you. Don't stay blue because you know what to do. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I just love how you do that. It only just fuels the fire every single time. Unmute yourself. Give it up for
Yeah, I loved
Poetastic.
it.
Awesome
That
job,
second
Eddie.
poem just got me. Yeah. And then that line
Awesome.
where you said, yeah, like you said, if you have anxiety in society, that is something about a flavor. Just so perfect. I can't believe I don't remember the exact words. It's just like, that's my line.
Awesome job as always.
Yeah, my tongue is feeling like silk. That's what it sounds like every week here, Eddie.
For sure. Yeah, the silk line was pretty fire. The silk line was definitely fire. I really appreciate you, Eddie, for again just kind of sticking to your guns, right? And I really love how you really just dig all the way in, and you stay within your style, and it comes out fantastic every single time, right? Don't think, just right. That's another, like, I think that's our first T-shirt tagline of the evening, right? Don't think, just right, really. And the second one in the second poem, you said, "Don't downplay your wordplay," and I think that is really really sick, especially as artists, right? We deal with that imposter syndrome every once in a while. So when you think about it like that, don't downplay your wordplay. That is really just a ball full of happy. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate you, man, as always. All right, the starship is underway, folks. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, this gentleman, like I just really wanted to know how much I appreciate him, because he is a consistent community member. He comes through. He works on the themes, and he really gives us his heart in his work. And I just really appreciate his approach, his voice, his writing style. His voice is always just radio ready, and tonight's going to be no different. He writes the type of work that just sticks to your bones, a la Mr. Chicken Soup himself, the one and only Alan Gary in the building. Come on, man, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please, take it
Thank
away.
you, Elemen2al. Friends, you can follow me on my Alan Gary Facebook page. Always some inspirational quotes on there as well. Deep dive under pressure is our theme. When I try to figure out what it all means in life, sometimes I get philosophical and accept what I do not know. I don't fight it. Instead, I look inside, and then I peek outside. My piece is called Source, and it's new shit. Am I the rain which calls the clouds to pour the drops to nurture our shrouds? Am I the change which plants the seeds which poke the earth to grow our needs? Am I the sun which brings you forth to have your life, to reveal our source? Thank you.
See, that's not even okay. That's a car crash right there, man. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alan Gary.
I love it.
Yeah.
I felt so connected with Mother Nature in the way that was, both spiritually, internally, and the way you used it as a comparison. It's just like, I love it because we're a reflection, so it was a perfect comparison to me.
Thanks, Rebecca.
I just find that was just so, like, to the point, 1-2 hit. It was amazing. I love how you started off with new shit.
New shit.
Okay.
Am I the sun that brings you forth? We all need those people. That's why it's important for us to have you keep coming here.
For sure. It is such an Alan Gary line, right? Jedi Master is such an Alan Gary line. Um, and I really, really just thank you for doing stuff like that. There were two lines in there that jumped out to me. And again, this is like a, for those of us who remember, this is like a Mike Tyson fight early in his career, right? It's scheduled for 12, but it's gonna end in one. It's gonna end in one round, right? But somebody's gonna be knocked out, and that's what this poem says to me. Um, the first one that jumped out is again another T-shirt line. Am I the change? Right? When you ask yourself that, it really makes you question what you're doing every day to try to be a part of the solution. And am I the sun? Right? Am I the center? Am I the star? Am I the light? Am I the warmth? Those are very, very serious questions in there. So thank you for doing what you do, for bringing that new shit to us. We are always here for it. Truly appreciate you, sir. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this artist, she just has an incredible way of bringing detail to transport her listeners directly to where she is and the stories that she tells. She's an amazing writer, whether it comes to life or love and turning a whisper into a roar. She's amazing. The one and only Sam Harty in the building. Come on, Sam. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Hey everyone. Speaking of new shit, I have so much new shit, it's not funny. So I'm going to go through these poems as quick as I can. Let's see. The first poem is called 65. I turned 65 this year. I no longer have my whole life ahead of me. I have a small window left to be fierce, to be present, to be free. No waste, no excuses, no masks. I don't have time to spend the rest of my life explaining myself, swallowing my own voice. I'd rather spend it becoming the person I know I am, serving my community, writing that great novel, being Sam Harty, fully. To wake up in a room that's all mine, loving without apology, writing without fear, laughing without restraint, answering the hotline, ready to help. I have lived as a shadow in my own life, a ghost in my own room for way too long. Not anymore. The years I have left belong to me. Sorry. Sorry, I lost it. The years I have left belong to me. The door may have closed, but the window is still open. I intend to climb through. Next one's called Relegated. I used to write love poems in the margin of books. My words hidden between mathematical equations, relegated to the edges of the page, as though they didn't deserve the center, didn't deserve their own page. I wrote in a whisper when I wanted to roar. It took years to find my voice, but then when I did, writing in the margins wasn't enough anymore. I wanted to write past the margins. I realized the margins were never meant to hold a life. I wasn't the margin. I was the story. And this was called when suddenly they're gone, when you love them and you can't imagine being with anyone else, when you can't figure out how to get through the day without them, when you think about them first thing in the morning, when the day comes that photos are the only way you can see them, when you wonder what their last thought was about, when their voice becomes something you have to imagine, when you forgot the sound of their laugh and panic, when you feel angry and everything just feels tragic, when you have to continue on and live your life, when you have to pretend you're okay. There are so many wins. There's never a why. And I think that's all I probably have time for. How much time I have left?
Just over a minute.
Okay, I can do one more then. I still write about her. I still write about her, her smile, the way she tucks her hair behind her ear, her singing Flowers by Miley Cyrus. While there are many things I could write about, politics, nature, family, I spend my time writing about being with her, riding on the ferry, quick kisses in the elevator, beers on the balcony, kebabs and chai at the little cafe. My poetry keeps coming back to her, to Istanbul. I write because it's what I do. I love because there's no other choice. I am at the point when love reaches a place words cannot follow. So sometimes silence is the last line of the poem. Thank you.
Damn, what an incredible ending, right? Unmute yourself. Give it up for Sam Harty.
Amazing.
That was incredible.
The end almost put me in tears.
I could really relate to that first poem.
Yeah, that first poem was actually incredible. I mean, for me, I'm much younger, but as though it was bittersweet, it was still able to encapsulate the mirth of life. And you talk about coming towards the end, but there's still so much to do. There's still so much beauty in life. Yeah, that first poem was incredible.
Facts.
Well, you did 4 poems, and they were kind of two separate groups, sort of thematically, because the first 2 were, really about, and you do a lot of these poems so powerfully about reclaiming yourself, and rediscovering your own abilities to assert yourself. And those first 2 poems were really about that. The first one was so, blatantly about mortality and what your plan was for being a short timer, which I really identify with. And there was that line, something about I live as a shadow in my own life, and how you're not, that's not fulfilling anymore. And you recognize that as something you need to change. And the second poem was really very similar. You talked about being resigned, and a lot of the lines were about devaluing your own self and your own needs. So I really like those 2 poems, kind of sharing that theme of reclaiming yourself, asserting yourself, and having kind of a more open look of the future, not feeling so trapped, and the second 2 were, to me, they were really these poems about almost you needing to decide, am I feeling this really intense connection, or is this really an out of control obsession? And I think you kind of lean towards the first, you're this kind of passionate connection. And I think everybody can really identify with those poems about how a person can really become part of the fabric of your own self, so much that they become part of your daily rituals. And that's how you end up feeling so close to somebody.
Thank you, Paul. That was really well said. I appreciate you.
Hey, this is why I allow the Jedi Master to just do what he does, right? I'm biased because I love all of you, right? And I'm going to point out specific things about what you do. But to hear from your colleague, to hear from someone that you love and respect, it's a little bit different, right? So thank you, Jedi Master, for all your really, really in-depth insight. It really makes a difference. Sam, I just love this poem. You said, I no longer have a whole life ahead of me. And I love what Verses of the Past said, as well as Jedi Master. Like, you may feel like there's a short amount of time, but there's still so much to do. But I love putting that into perspective. Answering the hotline, ready to help. I just, man, that's money. Writing in the margin wasn't enough anymore. My poetry keeps coming back to her. Like very, very key points. Thank you, Sam, for what you do, and how you do it, and for bringing that new shit. Right? Keep writing, y'all. For real. Keep writing. Keep writing. You see what happens? Right? That new shit just inspires new shit, which just inspires new shit. That, guess what? Inspires new shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. All right. Coming up next, this gentleman, he is just amazing in so many different ways. He is the author of The Impromptu of Love of Music of Animals, the tavern on Old Log Cabin Road. This gentleman, he's just really about it. I love the sound of his voice. I like to call him the Earth Spirit because you will hear nature come through in his poems. The one and only Ray Whitaker in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Thank you very much. I have 3 for you tonight, and want to pay attention to the time constraints, so we're going to jump right in here. So this first one's called The Shed. Partially covered by green-leaved trees, a July morning, hot summer here in the south. An old white small building stood like it had been there forever. It was a period of the years, almost a comma. The backyard ended there behind 2 pecan trees that produced nuts with 3 halves. Big, fat shells easy to crack open, surrendering the meat inside without much effort. Beside the shed, off to the side, an old glider couch in need of repainting, still gliding gently, an outside rocker of a sort from the 1930s, when white America was unfortunately so biased, can we say racist, having difficulty accepting blacks, Indians with a dot, Mediterranean-looking folk, Native Americans still villainized from the Indian Wars, and the Irish. Really, most folk that spoke with accents. Manifest destiny that Americans believed in well past the Civil War. It's amazing that Americans found that anyone to believe in. And now, with the Orange Bane, is this recurrence an estimate of worthiness, or is it repeated worthlessness? Thank you.
Oh, repeated worthlessness. Come on, keep going.
I have more. This next one's called Dragons. How could the anger go? The disappointment from then, the mad over lost love, dissipate from sight, from feelings, wafted away in a stiff breeze, left, smoke drifting off through tree branches in the forest. That primal woods, green conifers covered in northern gray mosses, humidity blown in from the coast, so thick on the ground, great brown bears walk silently on it. This is one of life's dragons. How that it's handled determines whether we are burnt to a cinder or manage to ride the dragon over wooded seaside cliffs, flying inland to see the beauty of a sudden glen in a verdant valley. Ah, like that was not nothing. Meeting her was something. Thank you. And I got 1:20 almost, so I'm going to do this last one. This one's called The World Offers Itself to My Imagination. Saving so many in the past lives, that is, that as a part of a healthcare team has become a fabric of my life's tapestry. One corner of it also has my near-death experience woven into it, the other, along with the other losses I've sustained. My handwriting is neither right-leaned or left, a view of my heart that has always been open. Well, closed to lying and tyranny, and that's a whole nother poem entirely. I know what's mine to give to the world, unlike so many others that don't. Therein comes power, my train on its tracks, open eyes, open heart, willing to see what others do not. My poems come chugging over the hill, and I caught this one here. Thank you.
Sir, you're pretty amazing. That was really dope. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ray Whitaker.
Let's go. Awesome.
I love the poems come chugging over the hill. Love the visual.
Yeah, that was super.
Willing to see what others do not.
Sure. For sure.
Well, thanks for getting back here again. It was really great to hear this kind of range in these 3 poems from the first one where, it's really about this one thing that kind of calls everything else into question and how disquieting that is. And I really look forward to listening to your poems because, that second poem was just so lush, so lushly stuffed with all the organicism of your environment. And it was really about, just having the good fortune of the blessing of being in that environment. And yeah, I really was struck by that third poem's line, the poem chugging over the hill, and kind of, it's somewhat similar to Sam's poem about being a short timer. And you're very realistic and open about it and clear-eyed about it. And somehow to me, that makes me think, in this way, you are adding to your own time here.
Thank
I
you,
like
Paul. Thank you, Paul. And Sam Harty, you're just a pup. I'm 72.
See, here you go. See, here you go. Now, see, people start throwing out numbers, and then I have to I have to call a friend. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Some of these folks in here, they do some amazing things, and they tell me numbers, and I'm like, nah. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Right? The way they operate, the way they do things at such high levels, I continue to learn, and I continue to be inspired by what some of these folks do. Trust me, you'd be surprised if you knew some of the numbers that these folks have been around for a while. Ray, these are really, really amazing poems, as your colleagues have told you. There was a couple things that jumped out to me. You said it's a hot summer here in the South, right? And that's something very specific. Not in the Northwest, not in the East, right? In the South, hot summer means scorching, right? Second poem, you said one of life's dragons, and I think that speaks to the age thing, right? You don't see young dragons, just full-grown ones, right? And there is an ancient myth that goes about a koi fish swimming to the top of a waterfall to become a dragon. You know what I mean? So, in the third poem, you said, I know what's mine to give to the world. I think that's very important that you know that. So thank you. Thank you for what you do, sir. Please continue to do just that. You're amazing, and we always look forward to hearing what you have to share with us. Truly appreciate you. All right, coming up next, this artist came through, and we told them, yo, you done really fucked up, because now you got to come through, and they were, engaging with the community and ready to get down. And I see that they are back in the building and they're ready to get down again. And I'm looking forward to it. Not only Rebecca's in the building. Come on. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's great to see you. Please take it away.
Awesome. Brooklyn, New York. And just to say, I have a body reflex that when I'm excited and feeling calmer and relaxing, I yawn a lot. It's not something I can control. So when I'm yawning a lot here, it's not tiredness. It's my body really calming down. So it's a compliment. But it really confuses people. So I'm going to get on with the poetry. But I am so happy to be here, and that's why I keep yawning. So I'm going to start with the poems. Okay, so I'm going to start with one that I feel is important because it's the concept of being deep under pressure and that pressure cooker environment. And so it's called A Family in Court. I walk in, body worn, battle torn, ready to pass out. Yet my spirit is high octane, my legal guns ablaze, shooting a perfect target, ready to protect. I've got my back. Being just back from the war of trial that has tried my son and I for our very lives, family court is no place for families. So yeah, that's on the talk about under pressure and deep under pressure. My poet darling starlings is the joy in the me this week that I'm like a little kid that's like waiting for my candy shop tonight. The next day, my poet Darling Starlings came out, just like to all of us, all of you. I was just so, I don't find the word. So it's called My Poet Darling Starlings. My friends, you ignite me. The words we recite don't just fight the good fight. They advance us forward, holding our spirits steady. We are militant in our authenticity and vigilant in our clarity. In this sacred space, change of the heart is born upon the outspread wings of freedom flown upwards, a flock flying together, forming a freedom flight. Our shared verses moving as one, a murmuration of colorful starlings brightening up the clouds, mesmerizingly shape-shifting as we dance in flight as one, synchronized in the sky, rooted in each other's presence. I gotta check the time. 1:10. I think I got one more, so I gotta pick. Okay, I'm reading The Wanton Ways of a Woman of... Okay, you'll see why I'm so intense on that one. I love it. So this is how I grew up, and and then where I stand and who I am. So that's why I said it that way. I'm being a goofball, but totally serious about it. Oxymoron. They told me I was a girl who should know my place and speak softly with grace. So I expressed my tomboyish self with abandon, thunderously shaking the ground beneath me with every step I took in God's path. They told me how I must follow in God's ways and learn the ways of a woman in order to be wanted by a man. So I basked in sensuality, shoring up my God spirit. They told me to be gentle in demeanor and be ready to bear children into the kingdom of God. So I bore a child of my body, and God bore his soul. They told me I must concede to a man, for as I am his neck turning, he is my head leading the way for me to follow. So I followed no one to remain following God's path. They told me my thirst for complex Torah learning was most appropriate for boys and too much for a girl's delicate mind. I'm just going to wrap it up. That I must remain focused on prepping for marriage and learning how to make a husband happy. So I learned to learn on my own, to ask all the questions I wanted of anyone and everyone around me in order to quench the thirst of my curious nature and soak up knowledge to my heart's content. And so, in this way, I discovered that I could write a poem expounding on the characteristics of the patriarch, holding just one line of verse about the matriarch that carries the entire patriarch on its shoulders. And now, here I stand, loud and grand, a woman of unabashed fierceness, a soul forged in the fires of fortitude. Excuse my going over.
Yo, come on, y'all. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Rebecca.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hey, congratulations to speaking your piece, finding your lane, staying in it, and making everybody else go the other way. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm with Norm on that. I really appreciated the very short first poem because it just spoke about the reality of family court. And you know what? That poem should be a plaque on the doorway at family court. And the second poem, you had this line or this phrase, militant authenticity. That should be on the splash page of the cafe. You know, it just said, welcome to militant authenticity. And I was really into the third poem. You know, you're talking about just sort of, what was it, basking in sensuality. And there was this line about how you bore this person of your body and God bore its soul. That really hit me.
Yeah, for sure. Like he's the Jedi Master is on point. Like great minds, right? It really is those things, right? And he said the plaque that should be out on family court. You said family court is no place for families, and that should definitely be outside that, right? It really, really is a beautiful, stark reminder. Second poem, my poet, Starlit Darling, the Jedi Master, was on point. We are militant in our authenticity. That is just an amazing phrase. Really, it's just really amazing, and it encompasses so much. Rooted in each other's presence, I thought it was very important as well. Basking in sensuality. I follow in God's way. I learned to learn on my own, and I think that learn to learn on my own. That's where all of that comes from, right? There is a book, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, Lies My Teacher Told Me, right? And if you go based on what they tell you, you'll be all wrong. You'll be sitting in a cubicle for 24 hours a day, right? But we have to learn on our own, and I think that's very, very important to enlightenment. So thank you, Rebecca, for doing what you do and sharing it with us. Welcome. Really, really, like, yeah, you know where it is. Brooklyn in the building. Appreciate you. Coming up next, we have a new voice in the building. Asia Barrett, welcome to the greatest community in the world. Please, without giving us your exact address, tell us where in the world you are plugging in from this evening.
I'm from Cleveland.
Cleveland in the building. What up, though? All right, listen. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. You kind of see how things are going this evening. Let the world know how they can connect with you if you so choose, what you have going on in the world, and we will yell at you after. All right, but welcome to the greatest community in the world. Please take it away.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. Peace, good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well in body, mind, and heart. I'm not on socials right now. I'm kind of just drifting and writing. So I'm here. So I'll go ahead and share the piece I want to do. Can you hear me good? Okay. The piece I want to do tonight is called Love Language. Everything is poetry to me. The silent cinematics of everyday imagery. I'm a lovesick optimist. Rose-colored is my lens. And stories skyscrape my mind with long narrative lines. How sexy the soliloquy. Mind slightly tilted right. Adventures in the abstract. The profane fray edges with its sudden impact. And the second hand relentless, we time and space. Seconds, minutes, hours, whisper, crumble and fade. So the poet's role is cursive prose, ink bleed through ancient scrolls. We look beyond the surface to see what's deep inside, and even in the dark, beauty cannot hide. My love language lies in an open book chosen few have read. In the twinkling eye of the poet, the seventh sense of what's not said. The poetic spirit was born in a field of enchanting night blooms under the silvery sliver of a crescent moon, and we sing a solemn earth song that summons angels' tears from unmounted hearts that reach the stars despite of all our fears. The poetic mind is a mosaic of colors and stained glass. Fine, delicate lines connect the future to the past. And on the tongue lives the rhythm, tickle riddles cross the teeth, unwind words languidly in the labyrinth where they meet. Witness the alchemy of a feeling, from a feeling to a thought now scribed, from scribed to verbalized. Press your ear to a poet's soul and come to realize that words can levitate and tumble through the times. So I'ma be writing and reciting till I flatline. Midwest poet chick. If you can't clock the reason, at least check the rhyme. See, we commentate on a common day, collective consciousness consolidate. I even speak my love language in my sleep. Epic tales of allegories cross over into my dreams. Musing, insomniac, stay waxing poetic. That's why I be up at night. I scribble and I scrabble till I get the words just right. Crowds of verbs and nouns, write us down, they outcry. D&D, smoke some weed, sip some tea, I just might. Ink the quills, ballpoint, pen, wood, and lead into my spirit's fed, wondering about the magic and the mystery of mankind. So whether I be college rude or wide, outside the margins and across all lines. These precious pieces of poetry will never leave my side.
Oh, okay. So clearly they just haven't named a hurricane after you because you just came through and just tear up shit. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Asia. Barrett.
Where have you been?
Really?
Where
Look
have you
that up in the
been?
chat, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
What took you
Love
so long
sick.
to get here?
Thank you. Love sick
Can I just
optimist.
say,
Hey, that sign up list, this is crazy. It's like a coliseum trying to sign up for this. Like,
You gotta
You ain't lying about
schedule it
that.
on your calendar, mama, with the link. Get your info saved, and then just go boom, boom, pow. That's it.
absolutely. Can I just say, it's criminal that you're not on socials, because now I have to wonder, when am I gonna get to hear these beautiful words, the cadence. Queen, have your crown, please. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was just such a tour de force. It was such a delight to listen to, Aja. I'm so glad you got in here. These lines were just punching me out, and stories skyscrape my life. I speak my love language in my sleep. It's really a poem about the power of the spoken word. And that's what this place is all about, the spoken word and how we create our lives and the world we live in by speaking it into being. Somebody here is going to tell you how you messed up, but safe to say, you need to come back here again.
Oh, no. Tell them, Elemental. Tell her.
Trust, Jess. I am going to tell her right now. Trust. So, let me get to this though. First part, we're going to pop the cherry, baby. Pop the cherry, baby. You are definitely one of us. Like my man Dre likes to say, right? If you were looking for a church home, you found one. If you were looking for a poetry home, you found one. And in that same breath, let me tell you now what they were alluding to, that you have properly fucked up. Because now you have to be here every Thursday, right? So that means you got to be ready to rock just like you were this week on Wednesday to sign up for Thursday so you can come and get down. Like the Jedi Master likes to say, this is why the cafe was built, to ensure that people who are willing and ready to speak their mind in a very ferocious way have a stage to do it on. And that is how you show up and show out, right? There are quite a few things in here that you said that just jumped out. The lovesick optimist, we time and space, the seventh sense of what's not said, pickled riddles cross the teeth. Yeah. Writing and reciting till I'm flatline. The scribble and scrabble. She threw a D&D reference in there. I don't know if y'all got that. And the magic and mystery of mankind. Like that's just putting in the work, right? That's just taking your time to craft your craft. So thank you very much for that. Make sure you lock in the sign up process so you can come through next week. Thank you for what you do. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. All right, let's keep it going, y'all. Coming up next, I saw this gentleman. He has his instrument on this week, and I think everyone here pretty much knows what that means. This gentleman just has a way with lyrics. He just has a way with song. He and his instrument have a synergy like no other. Love this dude's voice. He's about to put our week into balance. The one and only Joeski Sea in the building. Come on, Joeski, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Hey, Elemental. Coming through?
Sounded like a rock star, Joeski. Let's go.
Okay. So this is something I wrote recently, and I've brought it through here once, but I've been writing more about it as Trump continues to murder sailors on the sea. Seas, no place to be. One, come home. You got children of your own and they need you. One, come home. El Diablo rides the waves. One, come home. He's hunting unsuspecting prey. Through the mist, the killing ship suddenly appears. Wooden boats never had a chance. One, come home. The stormy streets, no place to be. One, come home. El Diablo's SUV. Kavanaugh, does skin and accent justify the crime? Ice cold gun takes another life. One, come home. The stormy seas, no place to be. One, come home. The stormy streets, no place to be. One, come home. You got children of your own and they need you.
I'm telling you, every time they do an expose, they need a Joeski Sea song. I'm telling you. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joeski Sea.
Always bringing it. Always. This
So
one was
good.
just awesome. Awesome job.
Yeah,
this
thanks.
is phenomenal. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul.
No, go ahead, Dre.
Thank you. This was phenomenal and had me in my feelings, and it's just so fucking sad. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say most of all. Thanks, Joeski, because it's in one sense it's just a very traditional, thing you did. The poet who speaks for the person who can't, and it really was a kind of a straight out invocation to human dignity, and the way you're able to preserve a sense of human dignity with what you do is just really important for this space. So thanks for being here again.
Joeski, you do a magnificent job of painting portraits with your songs. And as you kind of drift away in the music that you play, you just create these incredible images for your audience to follow. Your musicianship is just on point, sir. And then how you weave your lyrics, it just really is one of those things. That's why I said every expose that they do on CNN or whatever news channel you watch, as they're showing you pictures of the battlefield or things that have happened, like, they need a Joeski Sea right along with that. So thank you, Joeski. You're amazing, sir. You're amazing. Thank you. Shout out to Queen Deneen as well. So before I move on, I wanted to acknowledge something Rebecca said. She said, it's just an involuntary thing. She's not tired. She's just, hyped about the yawning. And I want you to know that I heard you when you said that. So I appreciate you for being that honest with the community. Just wanted to, make sure, put that out there. Thank you, Joeski, for all that you do, man. All right, coming up next, this artist has really been locked in lately, right? She's been coming through with some very, very heavy work, and I love when writers write with purpose, and I love when poets feel like they have something to say and they gotta say it, and you're gonna get this work. That's what it's been sounding like the past couple of weeks, Auntie, for real. Like, you're gonna get this work, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it this evening as well. The one and only Auntie April in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Auntie with a Y _April. This is called BLM. Early 90s, East New York taught me my ABCs one body at a time. Sirens sang us away, gunfire tucked us in at night. 759 Miller Avenue headquarters, we shared the yard. Crack vials stacked higher than report cards. More dust came from chalked outlines than hopscotch games where we mastered NRA before learning our names. The corner was an ATM. Addicts formed cheese lines. Blood in, blood out. Futures declined. Every drug lord wanted CEO on his plaque, even when the business was built on children's backs. Kids were promoted before puberty, paid in Jordans, Newport shorts, and 40s. No college funds, just collection for funerals their parents couldn't afford. Founder Rondu got pinched. One shit got hot. Manager Boogie climbed the ranks to run the spot. When Rondu came home, Boogie refused to step aside. War over territory followed, a tale as old as time. History keeps rewriting itself in textbooks and the hood. Gunfire screamed louder than any of our mothers could. 3 BFFs in a car that became a coffin before anyone turned the key. Jermaine, aka Gangster, was 14. Anthony and Red, 16. Still new enough to think friendship should outlive the streets. Red's blunt smoke curled off his fingertips like a warning none of them could see. Bobby, 18, crept through darkness. Pistol gleamed. A contract written in stolen dreams. Ant and Gangster laid to rest side by side, RIP, the same way that they died. In Cypress Hill Cemetery beneath makeshift wooden crosses, 2 destinies folded shut inside closed caskets. Red lived. Around here, survival never made you MVP. Sometimes surviving is the longest sentence you can receive. At a hooky party we threw in my crib, Red clawed at his own skin, swearing the bullets were still burning inside him. Some wounds never leave, even once the metal's gone. News was delivered to me on the psych ward payphone. To awaken from my shock, I repeatedly slammed the receiver. It wasn't until my fist argued with CMU blocks I became a believer. The aides came running with their needles and their straps, SOS. Padded walls couldn't soften news like that. I swallowed pills prescribed and illegal, and same way the neighborhood swallowed people. Decades passed before the medicine left my veins. Only then did I discover drugs had only numbed my pain. Now when life is kind, hurt remains, I cry. My man asks why. I wish sadness would answer. Instead, it climbs onto my chest. A fat bitch who knows my address better than happiness ever did. Most days she only sits, other times she jumps, laughing while trying to collapse my lungs. People say healing comes within. I push against her. She doesn't budge an inch. Arms are heavy. Fingernails packed with old cement, tired from surviving. Looking for the wound that never left. They called it treatment. Control, Alt, Delete. Failed to reboot my remember. I remember everything. The walls read BLM for Baby Lynch Mob. The gang from around my way, 75th Precinct, showed us CPR, courtesy, professionalism, respect doesn't always mean what it says. If only our homes had spoken, I love you, maybe we wouldn't have searched for family inside of a crew. BLM wasn't hope back then. It was all my friends robbed of becoming men. Spray paint fades into ghostly stains. Shadows of lost souls staking their claim. I retrace the lines to prove I'm not crazy. Each one of their faces still haunts me. Shakespeare said, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. BLM was never skin deep. Redefining words isn't a skill everyone can master, so when they tried to erase them, I colored them darker. Black Lives Matter. Poem.
Come on! Come on, Auntie April, with that work. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Auntie April.
You killed it with that last line.
Too much fire.
You killed it. The last line was like
I'm
like
like
a kick in the gut. Fucking
short.
awesome.
You colored
So
it
good.
darker.
Damn, Auntie, that is better and worse than a calendar needed in a history book, following up what lives are like up in this 1990s through 2020s. Go ahead, girl.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm totally with Norm on that. In one sense, it just brought all that back to me, living in the middle of all that. And I mean, you know, you just do this with so much power and so straightforwardly. This is really a chronicle of society's oppression and neglect, really. And, you know, just this endless list. In one sense, I just wanted this poem to keep going on. I didn't want it to stop. But in another sense, it was like, oh, how much more of this can I stand to, you know, witness as a poem? Because it's just so relentless and crushing. And, you know, the real message here is, you know, what is at stake is a whole people.
For sure. Like the way that you went about telling your tale here, right? In the first poem, the second, it just for the folks who don't know, this is not some reality television scripted show, right? This is what it really looks like. This is the stripped down funk right here. If you don't know what it's like, go back and pay attention to what she said, right? A contract written in stolen dreams. Gunfire screamed louder than our mothers could. What? War over territory? No college funds, just collection for funerals. What? Padded walls couldn't soften news like this. A fat bitch that knows my address more than happiness ever did? Like, what? Like, courtesy, professionalism, and respect. All my friends robbed of being men. Listen, that's how it's done, right? When you're trying to inform a group of people, speaking their language. I think that's something that poets do better than anyone else. We translate, right? We are transformers in a sense. We translate language into a way that people can understand. And this is an amazing job at just that, Auntie April. Super, super dope work. I hope this goes viral because it really is dope. Thank you. Thank you for what you do and continuing to share with us. Amazing. All right. 2 more poets and we're going to go to halftime, folks. Coming up next, just prepare yourself. I don't even know what's about to happen here. But as I said before, we're about to experience something that we've never experienced before. Coming up next, the most exquisite writer in the world. I like to say that this gentleman and love got a thing going on like Billy Paul and Mrs. Jones. He is truly, truly in love with love, so much so that love is looking forward to loving him. I'm telling you, you'll see. You'll see. The one and only lantern carrier in the building. And this evening, he will be joined with or by a poet that is going to delight us in all things wizardry of words, verses of the path, and Lantern, I said earlier, Lantern is like the king of collabs. And here comes another one. Thank you, Lantern, for doing what you do and continuing to bring new members into our community. Welcome, Verses of the Path. You see how it's been going this evening. Lantern, let these folks know where they can find you. And gentlemen, it's all yours. Welcome.
Thank you. Verses of the Path is a Londoner like myself. He's fairly new and he's already gone beyond extremely promising. So I look forward to the collab. Are you ready, Verses?
I'm ready. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah, wonderful.
They dove deep within, hearts summoning intensely the dauntless spirit of resilience. Striving to stay alive, their breath was a frequent gasp for the penury of an imposed hunger, displacement, and imminent death.
My war wore different clothing. No missiles falling from foreign skies, just blades hidden beneath school uniforms. Young boys learning to draw blood before drawing dreams.
Those full of bigotry and inequity ensured this, even as the grim reaper wept. Not so far away, in yet another land, the young schoolgirls fell in demise, the aerial flames ascending post an aftermath of carnage.
Sirens became the hymns of my childhood. Blue lights illuminated evening prayers. Each postcode's fragile kingdom was baptized sanguine, while mothers built shrines from candles and tears.
The winds carried their innocence like psalms, imploring the forgiveness of Allah for the intruder's heart of darkness. Jazakallahu khairan, I entreated within. May Allah reward you with the blessings of Jannah.
Christ, forgive the wars upon our pavements, where sons are crucified for borrowed pride, where another Mary mourns beneath a street lamp, asking why her child was chosen to die.
In this field of righteousness, we travel either with sacks made light by love, or a fear made heavy with the daggers of pain. This experience differs for each soul, based solely on the mercy of cosmic will. I experienced those pangs once, and here is my story.
Pressure has never shown favorites. Each soul descends through a different abyss. Some drown beneath collapsing cities, other beneath the weight of appearing fearless. Both pray with trembling lungs, aching for one last breath of mercy.
Enticed by the covetous beauty and allure of feminine wiles, I became a victim of an inherent weakness. As a King Herod seduced by a bewitching Salome, my Achilles' heel was pierced by an arrow like Paris in the fires of Troy.
My story began with the gospel of survival. Become stone before the world makes you rubble, wear anger like armor and silence like scripture. Never let them see the frightened child beneath.
I fell, a soul poisoned by the serpent of temptation, and under pressure, I dove deep within to resolve this matter of life or spiritual death. 18 long months I stayed in the wilderness. My tears flowed copiously as the soul punished the physical for eating the forbidden fruit of indiscretion.
I was seduced by the promise of the indomitable, by the belief that gentleness invited danger, that every insult demanded blood in payment, that peace was the mother tongue of monsters. So I buried the boy God breathed into dust until pressure convinced me I was granite.
The black fog of anguish blinded me, and my smile hid blades of torment, me drifting aimlessly in a daze. The moon brought only shadows, and hope became colored like tainted clouds. No more the meadow of light I once knew, for flowers wept in my despondency, and the stones cried.
Atlas mistook my shoulders for his own. I became sanctuary for wandering souls, while earthquakes quietly rehearsed beneath me, the pillar holding up collapsing heavens. But Every cross I lifted for another drove my own knees deeper towards the earth.
I choked heavily on the very air I needed when deaf to the melody of nightingales. A scarlet mist of burning blood stagnated my flow of vibrancy. My faith canals were covered in red. Each day was another burst of isolation, and I died 1,000 deaths.
I called endurance, healing, and kept walking, though my soul had long since lost its breath. I smiled like stained glass in daylight, a cemetery of selves concealed under fragments of me shattered by midnight, until even my reflection felt foreign.
Plummeting down a deep and hideous hole, I was a lost sheep searching for a shepherd, with despair companion for my sodden soul. Alone and naked was my state, no sacred light to console my plight.
Under pressure, I descended deep within me. Past every mask survival made me wear, there I found a boy still gripping his sword, convinced that peace was merely another ambush.
Fallen and desolate, I reached out, my thunderous wails piercing through the mist of blackness. Oh, love, forgive me. I am the victim of my own transgressions.
So from the depths I cried, Lord, remember me. Grace answered softly, Son, I never forgot. His light entered where darkness claimed dominion.
Touched by an ardent devotions, loved unlocked the fetters of my soul. I unfurled in renewal with the blossoms of spring, the soothing colors of summer on my cheeks. I dove deep under pressure, and love entered the sweltering fire of my abyss. She now embraces me with affectionate arms.
He called me by the name written in heaven, not the one the streets tattooed upon my soul. I surfaced not because the pressure disappeared, but because the God who walks upon the waters taught me I was never created to drown.
El amor nos llamó por un nombre, escrito con caligrafía en el paraíso. Ambos respondimos a la llamada.
Love called us by a name, calligraphed in paradise, and we both answer the call. Blessings.
Thank you, my friend. Blessings to all. This has been the voices of the illustrious Verses of the Path and the Lantern Carrier. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yo, just give you a second to try to process some of what just happened. That was pretty sick. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier and Verses of the Path.
I absolutely love when Lantern collabs with people, but god damn, Verses. Where have you been? What is going on? Lantern, you can't keep secrets like this anymore. We have to talk after this.
This is what Lantern does. Like, he just brings some dope ass people to come through and just like, boom, welcome to the world. Like,
that was I wasn't prepared for that.
I was trying to be serious the whole time, and I'm seeing Winter Rose's comments, and she's just killing me.
She's killing me too.
Yeah, go London.
Down, girl.
And man, what a voice.
Beautiful poem.
What a voice. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's one of those Verses is one of those voices I would kill to have.
I know.
This is made for delivering poetry. Well, this was a poem about self-affirmation. And, as it went along, I kept thinking to myself, how's this going to end? Because what I'm hearing is not how I'm used to hearing, Lantern, what he's really up to. So, it was kind of a real epic in scope, but Lantern also is a pro at that. He works an epic into 3 or 4 minutes, Versus your voice quality is just a total pleasure and a mean fucking hard-working tool. So many great lines, like winds carried their souls like psalms, the gospel of survival, Versus, you spoke very directly about, how the repression of the humanity within us as individuals, and the kind of fight of alienation versus being able to thrive, and just the overall description you all were doing about the hostility of the environment. So it was a big relief to hear this poem end with those very positive affirmations. Thank you. Bless you both.
Thank you, Jedi Master.
Yeah, it was really one of those poems that just kind of clears your mind of a lot of things, right? The way that both of you wrote this poem, it almost seemed like a DNA strand, right? When you see depictions of a DNA strand, it didn't seem like anything was floating or anything was disconnected. It was all joined, and it made one cohesive piece. And like where you picked it up, where you chose to stop, where you chose to pick it up, like all those things are important when you are talking about a successful collaboration. And this poem has all of those characteristics. Like, sirens become the hymns of my childhood. May Allah bless thee with the blessings of Jannah. The gospel of survival. Never let them see the child that lies beneath. Forbidden fruit of indiscretion. Peace was the mother tongue of anguish. Atlas mistook his shoulders for my own. I went deaf to the melodies, the harmonies of hummingbirds, till even my shadow felt foreign. Oh love, forgive me. I am the victim of my own transgressions. He called me by the name written in heaven. I was never created to drown. Love called us by a name. Like this is what we do, folks. This is really what we do. So thank you for being so dedicated to doing just that. Listen, we have reached halftime. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. So refresh your drink, get your stretch on, stretch out your lungs, practice your poems. We will be back shortly. Folks in the building, LadyK stepped in, Garland Thompson stepped in. It's gonna be a great night, folks. Really, really. So stay tuned. We are gonna go to the halftime report really quick. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, folks. So stay tight, stay close. We will be back shortly. All right, appreciate y'all. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the online open mic with the greatest community in the world. Week after week, you keep this flame of artistry burning with a light that transcends time, distance, and borders. Now, welcome to the Halftime Report. I'm your correspondent. My name is Elemen2al, bringing you the latest news and upcoming events, proudly presented by the legendary New Eureka Poets Cafe. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and as always, keep creating. The New Eureka Bowery Slam, happening every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club in New York City, hosted by Luna Rosa and J. Rose. Winner receives a $20 cash prize and a chance to compete in the final Friday Slam. Occurring on the last Friday of the month at the Lower East Side Center at 7 p.m. Hosted by Matthew Mattox and Paul Conqueso. Winners from the New Eureka Bowery Slam compete against each other for a $100 cash prize and a chance to compete in our annual Grand Slam. Plus, there's the Twilight Hour open mic hosted by La Bruja. Make sure you come through. For more details on the slam season, including rules, winners, and current year scoreboard, go to neweurekan.org/slam. Our open mics at the Lower East Side and Center are all kinds of incredible. The venue records high-quality audio and video of all performances, and they are live streamed to the Lower East Siders and New Eurekan YouTube channels. All except our first Wednesday of every month, we have Women's Orator Wednesday, aka WOW, hosted by 2024 Grand Slam champion Somebody's Mama. The remaining Wednesdays of the month, we have the New Eurekan Open Mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, aka Brian the Motel Guy. Make sure you plug in. It is going to be something special. Our online programs, which are absolutely free, include the online open mic, hosted by yours truly, weekly on Thursdays via Zoom and live stream on YouTube. All styles are welcome. Every artist has 4 minutes to rock with new themes every week. The second Tuesday of every month via Zoom, we have the Slam Workshop, facilitated by the 2015 Grand Slam champion Joel Francois. This is theory and practice. Don't miss it. Get your tickets today. There are many other in-person and online events coming up. For info and tickets of all the programming, you can go to neweurekan.org/calendar. Our social media and website and other links, including how to sign up for the mailing list, you go to our Linktree/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Visit our YouTube channel to catch past live streams of online and Lower East Side Center open mics, beatniks, and special events at Battery Park City, Poetry House, and NJ. The New Eurekan Poets Cafe is a non-profit 501c3 organization based in New York City on the Lower East Side. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses. So here are ways that you can help support us in our mission to continue with moving poetry forward. Our merchandise, shirts, hats, and tote bags available for purchase at our New Yo table and in-person events, or go to neweurekan.org/merch. Spring and summer collection coming soon. Also, check out and subscribe to our Patreon site. Gain access to video recordings of in-person events not available online for the public. Go to patreon.com/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. We would love to hear from you. If you've attended one of our shows, let us know about your experience. Go to neweurekan.org/survey to complete and submit the form and receive a special gift for your feedback. Special thanks to our tech team, our programs and operations team, all of our hosts, our executive director, and all our sponsors for helping us to continue to move our artwork forward. We appreciate you for all your continued support, helping us to keep the spirit of artistry and inspiration of poetry alive and moving forward through the spirit of our founders. Brought to you by Elemen2al Vision Works, inspiring change through passionate poetry and creative productions. Your energy and passion truly make this community something special. Thank you for all your artistry and your genius. Truly can't thank you enough. We appreciate you. Now, back to the show. Peace. Oh yeah, let's get back to it. Are you kidding? So, the second half has got some amazing artists. Please stay tuned. Coming up first, before I introduce this gentleman, I waited specifically for this. First and foremost, peace to the God for all the knowledge and wisdom and understanding that they share with us. For the folks of you who don't know, this gentleman just had a birthday recently. And I wanted to make sure that the world knew how much I appreciated you. So I know I didn't send you a message, but I was waiting for today to let you know how much of a valued member you are to our community, to our poetic world, and to me personally. Thank you for doing all the things that you do, staying so very dedicated to keeping the past as a part of who we are now and what we're doing, and how we can take that and mold it into something our future can use. Every time that you get down, it's an experience. I'm thankful for the presence that you've been, for all the work that you put in. I want to wish you a happy belated birthday. The one and only Baba Ngoma in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, God. Please take it away.
Hey y'all. So you'll find me here on Thursdays. I'm not sure whether y'all might know of it's a brother named Black Ice. Have you heard of Black Ice? He passed yesterday. I don't know how many to do it. He was a really outstanding poet. If you never heard him or whatnot, Google him or go on YouTube. I'm gonna do a cover. Hollis Brown, he lived on the outside of town. Hollis Brown, he lived on the outside of town with his wife and 5 children and his cabin broken down. He looked for work and money, yeah, walked the rugged mile. You look for work and money, will walk the rugged mile. Your children are so hungry, well, they don't know how to smile. Your baby's eyes look crazy, tugging at your sleeve. Your baby's eyes look crazy now, tugging at your sleeve. You walk the floor and wonder why, with every breath you breathe. Rats have got your flour, bad blood has got your mare. Rats has got your flour, bad blood has got your mare. Is there anyone that knows? Is there anyone that cares? Pray to the Lord above, please send you a friend. Pray to the Lord above, please send you a friend. Your empty pockets tell you now, you ain't got no friends. Whoa, sorry, I'm reading the words here. Your baby's crying louder now, it's pounded on your brain. Your babies are crying louder now, pounding on your brain. Your wife's screams are stabbing you like the dirty driving rain. Your grass is turning black, there's no water in your well. Your grass is turning black, there's no water in your well. You spent your last lone dollar on 7 shotgun shells. Way out in the wilderness, a cold coyote calls. Way out in the wilderness, a cold coyote calls. Your eyes fix on the shotgun that's hanging on the wall. Your brain is bleeding and your legs can't seem to stand. Your brains are bleeding and your legs can't seem to stand. Your eyes fixed on the shotgun that you're holding in your hand. There's 7 breezes blowing all around the cabin door. There's 7 breezes blowing all around the cabin door. 7 shots ring out like the ocean's pounding roar. There's 7 people dead on a South Dakota farm. 7 people dead on a South Dakota farm. Somewhere in the wilderness, there's 7 new people born.
That's the most right there. That's the most. Catch your breath for a second. Give it up for Dr. Rockafiddle himself, the one and only Baba Ngoma.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
That was
Baba.
Thank you.
amazing.
Birthday, good stuff. That was
Amazing.
incredible.
Happy birthday.
Thank
How
you.
did I get into this show without paying a ticket price?
Right.
Right.
Green.
I'll spend you my cash app.
Hey, Baba, I'm gonna let you know, man, when I finally hit the lotto, unlike these other suckers who play and never hit it. When I hit the lotto and I open up my own business, man, I'm gonna replace jazz with your music. That's, that's what I'm gonna do in the elevator. That's what I'm gonna do in the elevator.
Like you are like you in my opinion, you are like the perfect, and I think that you just kind of make us see it as that. But if I look at what was and what is, like, you're the perfect blend between like slam poetry or on stage poetry, and where it meets a juke joint, right? Where it's just the blues, right? And you can't help it. Like I can't help it. Like, Dave Chappelle's skit, white people dancing. I can't help it. I can't help it. It really, really is just something that just touches your frequency of your soul. So thank you for what you do. May the universe continue to bless you for years and years and years to come. Thank you for doing what you do and continuing to share it with us. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, Jersey in the building. Our resident reggaeton artist is in the building. This gentleman puts in work, y'all. Like, I really love how much his pen works, because he's so dedicated to being the best version of himself. And every time I hear him, it's just like, damn, dude, you just gotta let me know when the album drops, man, because I'll be there. The one and only Brian Enciso in the building. Come on, man, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Thanks, Elemental. I'm gonna try some two poems. I'll post the stuff on afterwards, but yeah, one in English, one in Spanish. So let's go. If I'm being honest, I always hated your presence, because every time you come by, shit always goes different than how it used to be. Got me reminiscent of a simpler time before you came by and ruined it. First time we met, Gladys came to stay with us. Meanwhile, Mama had to leave to keep up the facade. It was odd waking up one morning, not seeing your mom. Ask why, they said it'll just be for a little while. You came and went, but hung around the neighborhood. No introductions, you just enrolled me into a new school. New faces, I've got to face in the new classroom. Gotta start from scratch, no other way for me to resume. And just when I was settling in, you came in meddling. Everything once again learned this would never end. With you, every now and then shake things up again. No wonder the ground's never stable, a constant earthquake. Big one didn't come until you had us pack up and move. From there, you'd only come through to bring more bad news. From there, whenever I could, I avoided you. Took a while to see it was because of you that I grew. A lifelong game of tag, and you were it. Always clashed like two brothers sparring, winning the argument. Dreaded every new message you would deliver. Every day after another, making my spine shiver. You being here meant you being here usually meant heartbreaks and isolation. Always popped up out of nowhere during every occasion. Both prom nights, camping nights, and graduation reminded me that my time here is fading. At some point, I started feeling indifferent on a daily basis. You bring a new crisis, different shit, different day. Can't let you get to me, fam. All right, that's now I'm gonna do the one in Spanish. So en los días de 100 de grados, donde sudan, huelen como vagos, aire acondicionado no funciona, máquinas de hielo tampoco no producen, y el congelador está tibio, los carnes guardados parecen casi listos. Mi viejo trajo la parrillada de carbón, soda para los niños, adultos chupan alcohol, anda da la piscina del apartamento, brillante azul su color y olor de cloro, que le pega a nuestro cuerpo si no nos bañamos, no con chinitos en la mesa cuando almorzamos. Tus primos nos está esperando afuera. Apúrate antes que te se acaba la día. Juntamos, jugamos hasta la noche llega. Última vez que digo que nos vemos a la próxima. En los tardes de 100 de grados, se acabó la escuela y veo mis grados. Cualquier letra bajo de B castigado. Pero ahorita mis amigos me digan, vamos, sin carro nos andamos por bicicleta, al corte de basquetbol hasta la pizzería. Esos días simples yo lo extraño. Con carro jugamos paintball o vamos a la playa. Si la llanta falla, nos quedamos en la casa. Después de tormenta, juntamos a su casa. Sin wifi nos hacemos nuevas memorias. En las noches de 100 de grados, son más quietos, todos están bien ocupados. En sus propios viajes andamos solos, pero todavía tengo sus números, siempre recuerdo. Ya no nos vemos, pero la amistad aguanto. Bueno, cinco sigo hablando, no sé del resto. Cada vez que nos encontramos y nos recordamos los veranos que hallamos lo extraño. Esperamos el próximo año, ¿qué pasará? No sé, soy su centro, tiene propias sus vidas. Hasta que yo también de repente, ahora ves. That's it.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. You don't take a line off, not a single syllable, all the way to the very end. That's what I'm talking about. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Brian. It's Enciso.
Right.
Still waiting for this album to drop, Brian. Just waiting.
Yeah,
Sure.
hold on.
The
Dropping.
feeling
He's
when
like,
you
I'm dropping it right now.
Yeah,
the feelings when you say it in
minute.
Spanish is really different. And it just feels, there's something there I can't quite put into words. And I didn't understand it, so I was all by feeling.
Mhm.
I like when you perform in that in Spanish.
Thank you.
Great job as always, Brian.
Yeah, I really like, this kind of theme of the first poem that, put us in the middle of this family conflict. And, it starts out, you're kind of illustrating some of the vulnerabilities that you felt. And, it was, the poem, put you in a vulnerable place to relate it to. So I appreciate that. But I really like this point you made in that poem about being in a kind of family drama like that. Yeah, it's harmful, but you learn things you're never going to learn any other way, right? Because it teaches you these coping and adapting skills that you wouldn't have known otherwise. I mean, as a friend of mine always says about this kind of thing, it's great. A person learns that. It's just too bad they have to learn that way. But, you're not going to learn those coping skills any other way. And ultimately, with the, when you rescue yourself, as you did, you're better equipped for the future.
I never thought about it like that. I know for the folks, y'all know, I say no matter what you're going through, poetry can take it. But you said it's like a savior. Like, just interesting. Just interesting. Poetry is a parachute. Like, it's just interesting. Brian, you just do an incredible job of letting us know and kind of reminding us that even when pieces of art are described or performed in different languages, you can still feel the energy of it. You can still get the frequency of it, even though you may not understand every single word that's coming from it. And that is the power, I believe, of poetry. And that's the hard work that I can tell that you're putting in, because you make sure the energy is instilled in each one of those lines that you deliver, even if everyone can't understand the language. In your poem, the English poem, you mentioned just as I was settling, you came meddling, dreaded every message you would deliver. It's just a very real situation, and I appreciate where you write from. It always comes out really dope. So thank you, man. Truly. Make sure y'all plug into that new playlist. I jumped on it. I'll definitely be listening tomorrow, if not tonight. So I appreciate you, Brian, for plugging in, man. Truly. All right. So let's see. Got about 7 left on the guarantee list, and definitely 4, maybe 5 on the good luck round. But before I move on, I wanted to make sure I shout out the one and only Jessie Marie in the building. They are, recovering from some things, and it is great to see you, like, you know, you are really in some places. You really could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to come through and rock with us. So thank you. Sending you all kinds of positive energy and prayers to heal up as fast as possible. Shout out LadyK, who just came in the building. Again, shout out Jazz. Welcome to all of the folks. Really, really thank you for being here this evening. Coming up next, this artist right here, man, listen. We are so very proud of her. She passed step 1. She is in step 2, and going to step 3. All right, step 3 is the Dr. Ojeda that's coming. So prepare. You know what I mean? Just say your role.
I got accepted into the PhD program, y'all. Just so you know.
Let's go.
I will be finishing my master's this 2027, and with the PhD program, I will be getting my doctorate and fighting my dissertation at probably 2029, 2030. So
let's go.
Y'all be calling me doctor soon.
Yeah. Is there a doctor in the house? You damn right it is. You damn right there is. It is always great to see you. Please let these folks know where they can find you. Please take it away.
Well, right now you're gonna find me in your local library because my ass is studying. Was on topic, everything going on in the news, kind of wanted to touch base on it. So they say pressure makes diamonds. Maybe that's why they have kept our people beneath the weight for generations. Under the pressure to cross borders and leave pieces of ourselves behind. Under the pressure to change our names, soften our accents, straighten our hair, lower our voices, whiten our skin, and become small enough to make other people feel comfortable. They made our names easier for white tongues to carry by making our families get lost in translation. They taught our grandparents that survival meant silence. Our grandmothers cleaned homes they could never afford to live in. While our grandfathers broke their backs building a country, they still questioned whether we or they belonged to it. Our mothers carried pressure in their wombs, in grocery bags, in overdue bills, in prayers whispered after everyone else had gone to sleep. Our fathers were taught to bury every emotion except anger and call that burial manhood. And now pressure lives in us, in blood pressure, in anxiety, in asthma, in the constant calculation of how much of ourselves is safe to bring into the room. We learned to code switch before we learned that our original language was never broken. We learned to work twice as hard for half the recognition and still say, "Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir," when they finally let us in. America has always loved our labor more than it loved our lives. They called us minorities while depending on us to do the majority of the surviving. And then they say, pressure makes diamonds, as though oppression deserves credit for our brilliance, as though slavery made us stronger, poverty made us more resourceful, heartbreak made us wiser. No, we became strong because we had to survive what tried to destroy us. Do not hand the hammer an award for the anvil, what the anvil endured. Do not praise the shine while pretending you did not see the crushing. Do not call me resilient when what you really mean is, I'm truly impressed by how much suffering you can carry while you're not inconveniencing me. Do not mistake our ability to survive pressure for permission to keep applying it. Yes, our people are diamonds, not because they buried us and not because they broke us, not because history pressed its knee against our necks and waited to see how many times we can say, I can't breathe before our breath finally mattered. We shine because our ancestors carried light into places designed to keep them dark. We shine because they pressed that light from hand to hand, name to name, generation to generation. We were valuable before the pressure, brilliant before the breaking, and we do not have to be crushed to prove. We shine bright like a diamond.
Yo. Like, the defense of your dissertation is gonna be absolutely just
They're gonna fucking
it's gonna be bananas.
They're gonna fucking hate me and just give me my damn
It's
doctorate.
gonna be bananas. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Angelina.
Oh my God.
See, she already
You have
knows.
smoked this up.
Bravo! Don't let PhD. We can't stop you. Can't stop
You are
you.
exactly who needs
Too
to be in the
badass. They
doctorate
can't stop
program. Amazing.
Yes.
Sure.
What are you going for your doctorate for?
I'm going for my, I'm doing a dual PhD program. So I'm in my master's for social work. My dual PhD program is for my doctorates in social work, along with my doctorates in addiction studies.
Wow. I'm so grateful.
I'm an addiction counselor. That's what I do for work. And I just started working in the city. I've been in the field for quite some time, but I'm really truly all about stop seeing our people being drowned and silenced by drugs and alcohol. So I'm real big on supporting them in what they need.
Here.
Jelena, that poem was so New Eureka Poets Cafe. It made me feel like I was standing in the place listening to it.
I'm addicted to everything you do. You know that though, 'cause we give each other shit. But like
we bust each other's chops, but you know I got all the love and respect.
Yeah,
we get
like it's completely out of like respect. Like I'm addicted to you. Like the poems you write are not like the beauty of that poem. It did not beg for forgiveness, offer any kind of understanding, any kind of way that can justify to continue thinking like that. You know? And it was done in such a way that if you disagree, you obviously have an issue not with me. Because I just gave it all to you and there were justifiable facts almost, you know? Like it's good. Like awesome. Awesome, man. Write some school papers for me. I'm gonna holler at you.
I charge per page, baby.
Let's go per page. Let's go per page.
I got bills to pay too, you know.
I got you. Take two steps. Let me stop. Okay, yeah, I got you. I got you.
Full stop.
We'll talk after. We'll talk after. No, but I love coming to this place because one, you guys definitely are my family. You guys build me up when I've been at my lowest. But another thing is because of so much love and how much peace this brings me in my job, I'm a clinical supervisor and we have to create groups. And guess what? I'm creating a poetry slam for my clients.
Let's go.
Because
it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is.
They need to know that they have a voice. Just because you used, just because you're in recovery, just because it's day 1 or it's day 288, you still have a voice and you need a place to put that. So that's what we're doing.
Poetry can take it. Poetry can take it. Listen.
That's right.
Listen, the same thing I tell the groups that I'm in. Poetry can take it. All right? Like, lean on it. Trust me. Lean on poetry. It can take it. This is just another example of just great work that you do. Your pacing, the sharpness of your work is really starting to come through. And listen, if you don't think her pen has some whip in it. Like, you need to go back and realize the sting that these lines have. Like, seriously. She said our grandmothers clean their houses. Yeah. In my hood, they call it day's work. Right? They changed our name so it's easier for white tongues to say. Loved our labor more than they loved our lives. Don't, she said, do not hand the hammer an award for what the anvil endured. Please understand what that is. Like really, that's just a really, really dope perspective. Our people are diamonds. We were valuable before the pressure. Thank you for doing what you do. Encourage the people around you to write poetry, and encourage them to be honest in it. And invite them. You know what I mean? If they're, I know there may be some youngsters, but let them know that there is a worldwide community that is waiting to hear their stories. Amazing work, Angelina. Thank you for doing what you do. All right, we got 6, 7, and then good luck round for sure. Coming up next, this gentleman, one of the hardest working men in poetry. He flips in different languages, right? He'll sing lullabies sometimes. He produces the type of poetry books that I've never seen before. He has a very distinct style. Love what he does and how he does it. I like to call him the Vincent Price of poetry. The one and only Eike Waltz in the building. Come on, Ike, let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
How to impeach a rogue howler monkey. Boo! When a melody becomes a voice, when the voice becomes a word, when the word talks back, telling you that I should listen to the melody. Boo! I open my eyes for a split in time, and I see the all of you as naked as you are. I think a lot that I forgot to talk to you. Don't count my failure. I have not forgotten the anyone. I respect ceremonies under aging monuments, but long memoirs cannot replace short memories. History so bottomless. Ooh. History is not an action movie. History is not a popularity contest. History has never been an option. History is when lives are lost, blood was spilled, tears are shed. History is what we so conveniently forget. History is what we so automatically repeat. History is Trump pissen. Boo! Life is not a lie. Life is not a sick sentence. Life is not that fake news. Life is not a juvenile Twitter. Life is not a bullshitter. Life is not a reality show. Life is not a Hollywood movie. Life is every precious day. Life was what they will say when we are all dead. And a mixture of shit all is life as well. Boo! A stage has two fronts and two backs. In one sits you, in one acts me. Tell the ones who talk to shut up, so that I can hear the one who is listening to everyone. Ooh, your words hold onto mine, your body clings to me, and if your words became my body, if our body is now that inseparable one. Yes, America, we are the one that matter to me. Ooh. Thank you.
It's the howler monkey. Like, it's the howler monkey sound that he keep doing. It's like, oh man, unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike. Whoa.
Bravo, Ike.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I love the way your voice is when you say the poem. That has its own like characteristic and personality when you say the poem. Like I couldn't hear the poem without the way you express yourself in these poems. That is, the poem exists with that. That's the best I can explain how it feels.
I wanna order Ike. I wanna order Verse. I wanna order Lantern. Maida. I want to order everyone's voice to just read stories to me so I can go to sleep at night. Thank y'all. Read my textbooks for me, please.
Wow.
Well, I just really appreciate, your satires are some of my favorite moments here all the time. And as has been remarked on, it really comes down, it just really hinges on the way you perform the poems with your voice. And I just really got into the aspect of the poem that was this burlesque, and this device you see in popular entertainment about bringing in an animal, frequently some type of monkey, as a way to kind of lampoon all the human foibles. So it was kind of traditional in that way too, but just another really wonderful and pleasurable thing to hear you deliver again.
Like this is it's the howler monkey reframed for me. Like even the title just set it up so perfectly, how to impeach a rogue howler monkey, right? And so when you keep getting this refrain of this howler monkey howling, it's like, what is happening here? History is not an action movie, right? History is what we so easily forget. And I think even by sneaking in that howler monkey, you still make sure that there is something in there that cuts very deep. And I believe, again, this is our charge as poets. We have fun with flowery language, but we always make sure that there are some deep hitting segments in the poem. So thank you so much, Ike, for doing what you do and how you do it, sir. Truly appreciate you. All right. Coming up next, this gentleman, another one of those gentlemen that just has such a way with words. You know how they say your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. He is your favorite wordsmith's wordsmith. Traded his foil for a pen. Former fencer, continuous educator, playwright, pushcart nominee. This dude is just phenomenal when it comes to poetry. The one and only Noah Mathematics in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Hey, my people. You can find me here if I get to sign up in time. Okay, here we go. First piece. How to Get There, after June Jordan. To go home, I must dive into my heart where memories live. I am at home where I slept in the top bunk, my brother snoring softly in the bottom bunk, where I woke to the cacophony of birdsong singing outside my window, where the radio talked over the smell of bacon, the smell of melting butter, the sound of egg batter poured on a hot skillet, where home was a safe place for making memories. To go home, I must evacuate the rubble. I must forget what calm felt like. I must arm myself against warfare aimed at my body, mind, and spirit. I must coat myself with Teflon so attacks don't stick on my body. I must wear a Kevlar vest to deflect daggers thrown with slitted eyes, hating the sight of me, to blunt the blade hidden in a handshake, to intercept the bullet aimed at my heart, disappearing memories yet unforgotten. To go home, I build a moat, fill it with lava. I put up a tent, pull up the zip door behind me. I set IEDs and booby traps to warn me against invaders. I invite love and loved ones to the shelter that is my heart to go home. Next piece. White supremacy fears Black resilience and brown persistence. Act afraid for your life when our armor is 400 years thick. Anger, bottled, bloated, pressure builds, bad blood stretching arteries, exploding vessels, brain aneurysms abound, while all else is restrained, righteous fury, unexpressed. Generations under control, numb to the past, passed along, kicked down the road like a can, like a broken promise, a broken heart, better than a broken spirit, huh? Emboldened by fears projected by resilient ignorance. Residing in the persistent lies at both ends of conspiracy, two half-truths can exist together and still equal a whole lie. Not even the liars believe anymore. Lemmings swallow falsehoods like manna from a barnyard. Shit's all gone. Run off a cliff, fall into insanity like the Third Reich. Fall into the Fourth Regime like the Roman Empire failing under the weight of imperial greed. Something to be afraid of. A future void of melanin. Collapse under mediocrity, believing the lies built under meritocracy. You're doomed. Even if we barely survived the conflagration, we have thrived under worse conditions, making do with leftovers, scraps of humanity, unused, wasted, love unshared, unnecessary emotion, a weakness where empathy is a strength, builds community out of suffering, makes us all family. Unexpected bonds create grassroots seedlings, sprout plans. An upset paradigm, a rumbling revolution you never saw coming. Underground earthquakes erupt, volcanoes threaten tsunamis, make-believe borders overrun. Though we are targeted for erasure, we will not replace you. Though a guilty conscience will consume you. Peace.
Okay, I see that everybody's about that last line damage this evening, huh? Okay, unmute yourself. Give it up for the maestro.
Rio.
Oh, yes.
Rio.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah, two poems just really full of, you have such a muscular and intense talent for creating these images. And I just really love your work, particularly for one thing. It's how you deliver all this kind of external stuff, right? All the images and descriptions and the very feelable and tangible things that you set forth in front of us. But then you go inside, right? You go into the emotions and the thoughts. And it's such a really great balance that gets the listener to exercise all their sensibilities. And it's you're really leading people through these kind of narrations and stories you do. And as always, you do it with so much respect for the listener.
For sure.
You got it, brother. Somebody needed to hear that poem tonight.
We all needed to hear that poem tonight. Are you kidding? So I like to say that he traded his foil for a pin, right? He is a former fencer. But now it seems like you traded even your pen for a scalpel, because you are surgical with these words and how you deliver them. It is amazing that you continue to do what you do, such a high level, a warrior in the truest sense. These two poems just kind of let you know, even when you think that there is no more oxygen, even when you think that there's no more fight left in you, there is. Like, just from the image of, the radio talked over the sizzling bacon, right? Blunt a blade hidden in a handshake. Like, that's, I was just talking to my partner, shout out my man Ghost Rider. Just, how the wise man walks away, how a wise person diffuses a fight, even though it's a sharp one, coming at you. So amazing work in that. The generations under control. When our armor is 400 years thick, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, that's just where empathy is a strength. I just think that you digging into that particular aspect, you being connected to those ancestors to give you those types of words, it really does help the community. Maybe in ways that you don't know, but thank you for digging that out. It was an absolutely amazing poem. We truly appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this artist recently came through and was like, yo, like, I got some things to say, and we are here for it. Welcome back. Thank you for understanding that you are now part of the greatest community in the world, and we look forward to what you have to share with us this evening. The one and only Chaka Wallace is in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you again. Please take it away when you're ready.
Thank you. I have loved listening to everyone tonight. I appreciate all of you. So wonderful. So I have two poems. The first one is called Triple WH. What on earth was I looking for? I use this phrase as a metaphor. Looking and searching behind every door, exhausted and battered as myself was torn. Nothing seemed to work. Nothing seemed to fit. Looking back through my words, trying to remember what I did, brought about a thought. I should have just quit. Quit searching, quit trying, quit wanting, quit whining, quit needing, quit pining, quit trusting, quit buying, quit allowing, quit crying, quit hurting, quit dying. But if I'd quit back then, I wouldn't be here now. Sorry. I couldn't tell you when, who, what, where, nor how. My second poem is called A Little Flow. God gave me the desire to write this fire and get all dressed up in my attire so I can inspire and empower others who feel the need to devour within around about any hour with words that bloom like a flower, some as pure as white powder, strong as black power, even thick as clam chowder. And some may leave a taste of bitter, sour, or sweet, whichever way it makes you feel or cower. But I need you to listen as emotions from inside become outer, Feelings and thoughts explode even louder, creating a wave of artistic power over the masses that their ears and hearts can encounter. A glimpse into another world that may have been soured, but has now allowed her to acquire the taste, the feeling, the strength of being required to untie her and let out the rider, the survivor inside her for all the world to see and to be admired for being a fighter against the odds, shining brighter and being a supplier before the timeline expires. Thank you.
Yo, you better work that rhyme scheme. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Chaka Wallace.
Thank you, Queen.
Wonderful.
Yes. It's giving Earth sign. I don't know.
Thank you.
That second poem, the way you performed it was so subtle that there was this music going on just below your voice, and you let it come up and let it ebb back and come up and ebb back. It was such a beautiful performance of that poem. And I really take the theme or the message to heart about being a change agent, which is, it's not the cliche thing about being a role model, which I think is it's overused, and it's just kind of a cliche, but you're really talking about somebody who really influences people. You're not just an image for people to admire like a role model would be. You're talking about being somebody who can really affect change by just being who you are. I really like that message a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, being an influencer is being in the trenches. You know what I mean? You gotta be there to be significant in said movement, and these types of poems put you in there, right? You said if I quit then, I wouldn't be here now. That is a very, very just grounding kind of sentiment, of knowing where you've been, where you are, and where you're trying to go. Listen, shout out for putting clam chowder in a poem. One of my favorite things in the world is clam chowder, for real. And shout out for just sneaking it into a poem like that. That's just really, really dope for throwing something tasty in there. So thank you for that. You said to release the rider and the survivor in her, and I really like that. Of someone just kind of releasing all that tension and that pressure and allowing you to be the best version of you, and that truly is powerful. Thank you, Chaka, for coming through. We hope to see you and continue to come through. All right, so we have 3 more on the guarantee list, and I think you got about 7 on the good luck round. So we are going back to Rebecca, and we have another new voice in a cat named Elijah. Welcome, Elijah. Listen, welcome to the greatest community in the world, and we are looking forward to whatever it is that you have to share with us. You are sitting next to an incredible artist. We have heard her this evening, and now we are looking forward to hearing your voice. Welcome to the greatest community in the world. When you're ready, please take it away.
Okay. Go ahead. They're going to find out what an incredible artist you are. Go for it.
Women's Night. Women's history is a bad, bad month, but not in the way you think. Women in the past have been hurt, abused, and have gone through other horrible, horrific, disgusting things. But women aren't weak. A woman's core, their soul, they're as strong as graphene, and graphene is pretty strong itself. And one day, one woman broke out of her shell, then another, then more. In modern times, women are still in their shells, but every March, women break out of their shells and they become strong, beautiful werewolves. They become wild women, because every March is a woman's night. The end.
Sir, that was absolutely incredible. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Elijah.
So good.
Elijah,
Beautiful.
that was
So
fantastic.
good.
Thank
So to go back to
you.
my game now?
Yeah, yes,
I'm
you
over here in
Go
shock.
back to your game. That
go
was
back.
fabulous.
He's not part of any of the success. Is it time for me now?
He's like, equity is great, but can I go back to my game now? Adorable and beautiful, and thank you for that. I needed it. Thank you.
You hear that, Elijah? He. Okay, sometimes I go like, we had women's night at CUNY City College where I go to school.
Yep.
And I asked them if I could bring Elijah because he was excited. He wanted to be a part of it. And after I recited, he's like, Mom, that's not fair. I want to do a poem too. I was like, go for it. And he sat down and wrote this. And then like an hour later, he just recited it to a whole group of women. And she's like, and then she had him recite it again to another group. So, and now he did to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for
Elijah, you
sharing
heard
him.
that? They're thanking you.
Amazing.
Yeah, I've, this young fellow is extremely articulate, and whoever instilled in him the values to, want to act as a supporter in that way, I give you a standing ovation.
Thank you. You know what? This young man, Elijah means friend of God. I believe we're all friends with each other in this universe, whether we believe God, this, that, doesn't matter. That child is a friend of the universe. And whatever values are instilled in that young man, I may be a tool to assist in facilitating, like an ABA, whatever, or practitioner as a mom. And I enjoy doing it. And at the end of the day, we're all receiving what we're accepting from the outside of us, and we're just fine tuning it. And he is such a vessel. He blows me away.
But okay. So I will have to double back on you, ma'am, because you said you're his mother, and as his mother, it is your responsibility to expose him to incredible things, to incredible artistry, and you have exposed him to a world of poetry and women and equality and creativity, and he is now a product of those things, right? He is not closed-minded. He is not, sitting in, with tunnel vision. His eyes are open to the world, and that has everything to do with you showing him what the world really is. So thank you for that, and thank you for sharing your son with us, and for him sharing his poem with us. That was absolutely amazing. No one saw that coming. No one saw that coming. So thank you for that. Yeah, I think it's really important that we hear from the younger generation, right? To know how they feel and know how we're impacting them in real time. So thank you. Thank you for that. All right. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, the Jedi Master himself is in the building. You have heard his commentary throughout the evening. His critique is invaluable. Really, he is a true member of this community, a colleague, a friend, and an inspiration in all that he does. I still don't know what planet he's from or what his original language sounds like. I don't know where these downloads come from, y'all. I promise you, I don't know. I'll be trying to hack his signal, but I can't seem to get the coordinates right. He is not an enigma. He is the enigma. The one and only Paul Skiff in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It's great to see you, Jedi Master. Please take it away.
Yeah, it's so great to be here. Just going to read some bits out of this thing that's not fully baked. Where did I put my purpose? While reaching for meaning, did I drop purpose to disappear in an unsatisfied need? Where did my purpose put me? Did it leave me without need, unbalanced by mistaken priority while trying to reach for meaning? Expecting your purpose to last is like staring out a window, trying to see yourself. Confusion could be the ultimate purpose in a universe with no need, because meaninglessness would not have to search for a reason. Confusion is the tornado of purpose. Accidentally on purpose winks at mistake who pretends not to see how deliberate wrong imitates error. So motive has two faces, neither of which matches the description for honesty. Purpose is the reason a person can be used for. So have caution about the reason you are valued, because your meaning to somebody may feel flattering, but could result in servitude that leaves self-worth empty, like a purpose that just sounds admirable, but is really the flimsy of a hidden motive. Value is the intoxicant of purpose. That is why it is easy to get to the end of a purpose and find nothing there but fumes from a tiny amount of leftover worth. Capitalism wears a blindfold made of purpose, offered as being for wealth and individual prosperity, so you do not see inequality as what wealth stands on, or the minimum wage for prosperity is exploitation. In capitalism, the goal for purpose is deception. Loving on purpose is a place made from two goals that share emotional safety, where every day is shown how to care is an act of priority created by passion that has no need to be outlasted, because the emotion of passion is not a brief spark, but the entire bonfire of life. That is why a metaphor is something you can feel as love. Everyone knows the purpose of an anal orifice is to get rid of what the body no longer has any purpose for. The orifice performs nature's purpose hygiene. The idea of purpose hygiene may sound appealing, but consciously engaging in hygienic cleansing of other purposes could adversely affect the personality, which might make it take on the characteristics of the anal orifice. Yes, that is how a person becomes an asshole. But do not listen to me. Just wait until people start reacting to you like they would to a bad smell. Humans are probably so hung up on purpose because they see everything that does not have a purpose gets thrown out. After getting thrown out for having no purpose, humans would probably get recycled as the lost promise of the universe. What is purpose? What is the purpose of hatred, racism, gender violence, and inequality? I ask because whenever a person offers a purpose for these depredations, I only see a bad Halloween costume worn by ignorance. Tell me why the days I enjoy most are when no attention has to be paid to purpose.
Damn it, Jim, that was too much power. That was too much. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul.
That was half-baked?
Wow.
What is whole-baked for you?
Hey, wow.
Fantastic.
Hey, Paul, let me just tell you, prideful ego divided by humility is where you come in, being able to speak about purpose, looking in both directions, up and down, and recognize sometimes it's just an enema.
Oh, Norm,
Paul,
you just spoke a
consider
beautiful
myself to be
poem.
an anatomist, but now I really know what makes an asshole. You know.
I'm upset that I didn't think to do the Freudian theory of anus before you. This is my only upsetness. I feel like I should have thought of that first, but I'm okay that you did it before me. I'm okay with that. But that was genius. That was seriously genius. I'm here
And
for
you
this.
got the word depredations in the poem. Oh my God.
Come on with the word choice. You know what I mean? Like, come on, y'all. Like, you gotta see it. Like I get easily accessible language. I do, because that's a powerful piece of spoken word. It's a powerful piece of poetry is ensuring that your audience can connect with your work. But when you throw in these beautiful, like, $10 schisms. Like I'm there for it. I really really love it because it forces your brain to say, oh, it goes through like 1,000 calculations at once. Oh, the origin of this word is this. This word could mean this. It could be a double entendre that means this and this and this and this and this. This is what I love about poets, right? Is because we force each other's brains to try to catch some of the things that we throw in there. Sometimes unconsciously, right? And for Jessie to catch the Freudian theory of the anus is like yo, ridiculous. You really really twist your downloads into a code that really comes out like magnificent poetry, sir. Like you said, where did I put my purpose? Where did my purpose put me? Confusion could be the ultimate purpose. Motive has two faces. You said the minimum wage of something is exploitation. Forgive me, I didn't catch that word, but you said the minimum wage of something is exploitation. That was really sick. And then when you started mentioning what a metaphor is, humans would get recycled. Prosperity. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that line was the minimum wage of prosperity is exploitation. Like you just take some of that with you. Take 2 of those and call me in the morning. For real. Thank you so much, Jedi Master, for doing what you do. Really, you continue to inspire the community and the world with what you do. We really appreciate you. Coming up next, yo, shout out to educators in the building. Been a while since I've seen this gentleman, but he's been working. Like every time I catch him on social media, he's like in a venue, and he's speaking the truth of poetry. He's allowing other people to speak their truth through poetry, and I really really do appreciate poets who make space and room for other artists and other poets. The one and only Wall Poet in the building. What up, man? It is great to see you. Let these folks know how they can find you. Please take it away.
Yeah, anyone can find me at WallPoet82 on Instagram. Hang out in DC. Also run an open mic. All right, I got some poems for you. So yeah, give me a sec. So I got 2. All right, this first one is called Topography Lesson. So in case you were wondering, topography is the study of Earth's surface features, and initially it may not jump out of you as a preferred topic of study, especially if you think of yourself as an artist type, and I do think of myself as an artist type. But what if you were to imagine yourself as a physical land feature? Then it might at least give you a starting point to explore things further. See, because if I was a mountain, then I'd probably be the Andes Mountains, in between Bolivia and Chile, while feeling bad blood between both countries course through my veins, and that's just talking about the soccer teams. And if I was a desert, I'd be a salt flat in the middle of South America, called it Salar de Uyuni. Salty but full of wonder, picturesque landscapes that makes you forget it's fucking freezing out there. But if I was a river, then I guess I'd be the Nile. Though I have no ties to Egypt, I'd at least know that my significance to trade and agriculture was so vital that it even enabled the rise of an ancient civilization. And if I was a city, I'd be New York, a melting pot of chaos and beauty that always felt familiar despite it not being my actual home. But as you may know, I'm not a physical land feature. Instead, I'm just a poet trying to reach the expectations that I've created for myself that seem to always be expanding, like pillars ascending into heavens. And even when it's hard to grasp like a crashing wave, I persist, desperately trying to keep things afloat, wanting to achieve more with each goal met. Because when I first started performing, I just wanted to not shake violently like tectonic plates causing seismic waves simply for daring to read my poetry aloud. Then it became, I just want to rock a stage and feel an adrenaline rush that I can only get from performing in front of a crowd. And as those expectations continue to rise like ocean currents, at some point I couldn't keep up. And what I expected to achieve artistically, it may not have been grounded in reality. And when these dreams haven't been attained, you may start to give up on yourself. So here I am, age 43, and doing anything to feel alive again, even if it means performing in my mid-40s, midlife crisis activated, desperately trying to fill that void that's been missing for so long, that void that only art and self-expression can fill, that void that can be massive as a crater if not tended to. But I want to tend to it. I'm doing it. I'm keeping at this because no, I'm not a topographic feature. I'm a poet who's actually a comet. Poem. And I got one more. All right. This one I like, but it's just called When All Else Fails, Just Right. It's not super long. All right, it's called Right. Right. Right when inspired, right when uninspired, right because you think your writing is good, right even if you think your writing is not any good, right knowing your writing is not any good yet, but if you keep at it, it would only get better. Right at your highest of the highs and lowest of the lows, right at midnight when your eyelids feel like sandbags and you do anything to keep them from being closed, right as if your writing will appear on a golden scroll in your favorite museum display downtown, right as if you just learned that writing is banned and now need to lead a rebellion of writers to bring sinister forces down. Right for your secret crush with a whole dialogue and scenario drawn up in your head when they tell you that they love you despite your numerous flaws. Write a 3-part poem dedicated to your ex who curb stomped your heart and brushed the remains on your front lawn. Write philosophical poems that question your existence. Write pop culture poems that lack any substance. Write poems with the perfect amount of grace and eloquence. Write poems that overlook basic rules of the English language, and despite all this, they're still fantastic. Now, even if you fail to follow any of this advice, just remember, when all else fails, just write, 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 write. Poem. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be here. Yeah, I'll see if I can start coming up again, but it's been fun. Thank you.
For sure. That's right. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Wall Poet.
Yeah, well,
Just
poet, I'm
roughhousing the
so glad to
crowd.
see you. So glad you've been
Very
coming
nice.
back.
Very nice
Thank
work.
you.
Awesome.
Oh, bravo.
Yeah, I've been looking for you to turn up. I think I saw a couple weeks ago you tried to sign on, but didn't actually get here. So it's really refreshing to have
Yeah.
your voice blow the room out again. It really, is another experience that made me feel like I'm standing in the fucking cafe listening to you. There's two really punchy poems. The thing that really is so consistent is your work is your delivery, especially with these, you have this delivery that is your voice is riding this kind of exasperation, and it just is so electrifying. I mean, the air is just sizzling with your voice when you speak that way. And I really like the first poem, the whole metaphor of topography, and then it switches into you talking about being a poet and overcoming feeling vulnerable on stage. And one observation I've made about metaphors before is that people who need to speak in metaphors have this need to feel alive and feel experiences in different ways than the ordinary way, right? And this really came through in your poem that way. And the second poem was just so super because you just deliver so much energy, Wall Poet.
Thank you.
So this first poem, it just really struck me as like a template that you can get writers to write to. Like if you were doing some sort of a writing workshop, I think the key points that you had in this is really a great way to get people to open up about what they want to write about or how they could write about something. You had some very, very stark lines in here. You said, if I was a mountain, right? And you back that up with, if I was a river, then if I was a city, right? And I think just really those three, and we can build on those three, it just turns into something else, right? If people don't know what to talk about, it's like, okay, if I was a mountain, I'd be, you know what I mean? You said I'm not a physical land feature. When I first started performing, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of a worksheet that you can put in people as they answer, then it becomes an entire poem, You said midlife crisis activated. I'm a poet that happens to be a comet. I love it. Right knowing your writing isn't any good yet. I really, really love that. Right? It's kind of like a letter to your younger self. Just like, nah, it's not good yet, but it's getting there, right? And a 3-part poem to your ex, that's just a dope concept, right? Because one ain't enough. Right? It's a mini-series. I appreciate you so very much, Wall Poet. Hopefully your schedule opens up so you can find your way back here. more often. So good to see you, man. All right, we are going into the good luck round, folks. Thank you all for rocking with the guaranteed list. The good luck round is full of some folks who really do this. Not that everyone before them hasn't or that doesn't, but these folks, they're hang on level type. For real. So let's get it started. Coming up first in the good luck round, this gentleman continues to just get better every time I hear him. He writes, he works, and he works hard on his work. And I appreciate artists that are constantly trying to get better and work on their craft. The one and only Prince of P in the building. Come on, Prince of P. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always, sir. And we are always looking for what you have to share with us. Please, take it away. If you are in the building. I haven't seen Prince of P this evening just yet. And if he's not in the mix, we will move forward. So yeah, we will definitely come back to Prince of P if he finds himself back in the building. But that just means we get to go forward to Mrs. Good Luck Round herself. Saw a couple things today of her being the diligent daughter, sitting next to her mom, singing beautiful songs, taking the time to be there, and then writing incredible work in different languages. Like it really is work. Love to hear what she does every time she does it. The one and only Winter Rose in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It really is great to see you. Please, take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I could stay up for the good luck round. This is called Tree of Hope, Remain Strong, 1946. There is a skeleton or death that flees in the face of my will to live. And that's a quote by Frida Kahlo. Two worlds, two Fridas, con mi amora Elizabeth. Fissures abound. There is no salvation below the splitting earth. There is only life and death. Sí, por supuesto, soy fuerte. Claro que sigo con mi fe en mi mente, but the fissures speak louder than words. No stitches, never enough stitches can repair so a body which has been through so much. Above and behind her, the beautiful blue moon, aside, always beside her miserable companion, the bloody red dwarf. Víctima de polio en su año de cis. They can extract a uterus these days with robot arms. Víctima ya, mejor la Tijuana, triunfante, like Elisa. No way to meld their lives juntas, vivir tranquilas. Los monstruos, adicciones, las fallas de las dos haunt us like masculine ghosts. With knives, cutting open lower backs to see how much we can take. Citing our beauty, our artistic ability, strength is an illusion as much as is a broken spine to hide behind. How much pain can one endure with ruined bones and infertility and husbands? Lower halves mutilated. At least we always had our animals who loved us, didn't we, Ellie? Our beauty, veracity, our stubbornness, tequila, and stupidity. Venga ya, illustrious red dwarf. Show yourself, coward of the Mexican hills. Come out in the daytime. Explode, destroy. Take us when you will. I thank you.
You just dig people's hearts out with spoons. It's not unmute yourself. Give it up for Winter Rose.
Winter.
Thank you, Garland.
That was dope. That was great.
Thank you, well
More. More, yes.
I love the I love the darker hair color on you, girl. Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's rocking.
Who's digging it? It's not a wig. It's not a wig.
It's rocking. Winter Rose rocking the house.
There's no salvation under the ground. What was that line too about bones, infertility, and husbands? That really kicked me too.
Right.
And then
I really love the strength is an illusion as much as is a broken spine. Right? Like, yeah. and I know, like, I love words. I really do love words, and I read them and try to make up my own words. And so when artists use words in a way that just paints a very vivid picture in my brain, compared to my, and in conjunction with my own creativity, I really, really love painting pictures. And you do an amazing job of that. I said, digging people's hearts out with a spoon because you get up close and personal and very intimate with your writing. And I just really, really appreciate the intricate details of it. So thank you for doing what you do. Really, really amazing work. And the language flip is always just like unexpected, but you make it flow really, really well. So thank you. All right, coming up next. Haven't seen this poet in a few weeks, and get a message from them saying, "Yo, I'm gonna come through. Like, of course we're gonna make room for you. Of course." This poet is, let's just call them the seatbelt crew. A reason why I had to install seatbelts on my chair, because this artist right here is like spin the barrel, and whatever comes out is just gonna do amazing things for your inspiration and your poetic brain. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed, Jessie. Thank you so much, Dre, for finding your way back to us. The one and only Dre in the building, y'all. Really prepare yourself. When a poet hasn't come through and they just been writing some things, and they finally get a chance to share some things, you're going to get some things. So prepare yourself. The one and only Dre. Great to see you. Please, take it away.
Hey, everybody. So I was hospitalized. I was in the psych ward, and I wrote this in marker. So I had to transfer it over in pen. Because you can't have pens. Horrible. The title is, no, I'm just going to read it. My drug plug had me committed when all I wanted was an 8-ball with its side of free, freedom, free verse, free church, free bass, free trial, free ride, free fall, free me. He sees me. What's good, Tiny? Why you look like your ghost got here first? I laughed. Close. This is my last stop before I meet her. He didn't laugh. Get in the fucking car. North, south, silence mixed with Marvin, Al, Aretha on repeat. Every yellow to red light, another chance to outrun mercy. Finally, he punched me in the jaw. I stayed. People can be many contradictory things at the same time. Occasionally, someone believes my heartbeat, pulse rhythm is worth more than my habit. But we had met maybe 3 times. I asked, do you even know my government name? Fuck yeah. And I said, and his answer, whatever the fuck I call you. I followed cocaine from man to man who disappeared me 1 gram at a time. This time, this man of all men interrupted. I walked barefoot, though, tinier through his landmines. Perico posing as lifelines, detonation left behind, broken molars, bruised temples, split lips, collateral damage. that didn't change the way I kissed my love during visiting hours. 2.5 weeks of his smile as my dopamine, his appreciation, kissing lips not numb with chemical, but electric, high on every future he holds for us inside that smile. Hospital sock tread, plastic bracelet, that smell, the food, those trays. His mouth still found mine, somewhere between his eyes and my eyes, and the lack of all fucking cocaine. I misplaced my exit plan. Poem.
I mean, I get it's a 4-letter word, but that's called life. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dre.
She said, I misplaced my exit plan. That shit's real. I know about that moment. That's wild. I love you, Dre. I love you so much. I need to write poems in felt marker too. I'm gonna do that.
No, it's a terrible.
No, it's not. That shit was good.
Not terrible at all. There's nothing terrible about anything you. I mean, I understood every word of it. I felt every word of it. You delivered it. You were true to yourself. You said your honesty. You told your narrative to us. You know, that's full respect, mama. So don't second guess yourself for a second, please. Don't.
Oh, I appreciate that.
We love you.
I'm with Elizabeth on that. Well, one thing we don't really encourage here is self-doubt. And your poem was, really was a testimonial to the strength you have not only to externalize and basically catalog that experience, but it's a testimony to your strength of being here again, and exercising your life, the force of your life here. You had me from the opening line, something about you only wanted an 8-ball with a side of free. It just clicked with me. In these other lines, you look like your ghost got here first, outrunning mercy. I followed cocaine from man to man until they disappeared me. Girl, where do you get the strength to do all that? You need to
Cocaine,
bottle
bro.
it. You gotta know it's beyond the cocaine.
Yeah, that's the ruthless. That is the militant authenticity.
Hey,
Militant authenticity, and
No,
you are
I'm
not backing
but
down.
when did they start giving markers? Because when I was in there, they only gave us crayons. So
Mine was bougie.
But nah, Dre, you're the reason why, like me living in both worlds of stage and page, whatever, why I'm so you just said something about my mama. I'ma slap the fuck out of you, academia. Serious when they get so gatekeepy about what they do compared to what we do. Cause in my mind, I'm like, yo, I run with motherfuckers like that. Like, whose honesty is like that. Who can flip words that are like that. Like, your poetry is not fucking student loan sponsored. And thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you're talking about the language police. I don't have any patience for them.
Cannot stand them. Great.
And that's why we come here on Thursdays, right? That's exactly why we come here on Thursdays, because we do this, right? And Dre, you are definitely welcome to say these things, because these are the things that really dig into people and their psyche and their past, present, and future, and it just lets them know what it is. When I was impatient, they gave us like these gummy pins, like they bend. They had like a pin filament in it, but they were just like gummy, right? And I'm trying to write with this gummy little, Um, but that's some of the rawest artwork that you can create when you have nothing else, when the world sounds like a tray being delivered to the table in front of you, right? When it sounds like people you don't know, when it smells like people you don't want to know, you know, and you write real work. That's the true stuff that comes from here. You said, "Do you even know my government name?" He said, "Whatever the fuck I call you." Oh, whoa. Said, what? Like a Jedi Master said, "Why do you look like your ghost got here first?" But her first line, I don't know if y'all caught the very first line. She said, "My drug plug had me committed." Got you. Got you. Awful. Awful. You are awful dope. For real. Thank you for doing what you do, Dre. Welcome back. You know where to find us. 5 more. We'll get out of here. Coming up next, this artist is actually on the road, getting the work in, competing against some of the best in the world. She is at a competition and still making time to rock with us. Tell us about your bout this evening, and let the world know that this is a world-renowned, top-ranked poet. She don't stop. She can't stop. Like, one of the best in the world. The one and only LadyK in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. And again, where you are this evening. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I am in the Host Hotels bar. So I apologize ahead of time for all of the distractions, but people have been chopping it up. I thought I was finding like a place out of the way to do this, but it is not. So I already went tonight. They are still doing bouts right now. I can hear it that way. I placed third by like 0.2. So we still in it. It is a fight to the finish. So yeah, tomorrow night I compete, and then whoever ranks out the top goes to finals. The top 12 out of 60 go to final stage on Saturday. So I did write to the theme. This piece is long, I know, so I'm just gonna stop when the time goes out because I know it's longer than that, and I haven't like read through it. I just wrote it earlier, so I don't have a title for it yet. Alternative facts. I've been thinking about the phrase how quickly we dismiss a story the moment it doesn't fit inside the version of history we inherited. They told me this week's prompt was deep dive under pressure, which felt less like an assignment and more like permission. Permission to swim beneath the version of history I inherited. Because facts tell us what happened, imagination asks, what if history wasn't the only witness? They say facts are sacred, objective, fixed, verifiable, funny, because history has always depended on who survived long enough to write it. History calls it the Middle Passage. The Greeks called it Atlantis. The Yoruba might have recognized older names already living inside the water. Funny how every civilization tries to explain the same ocean using its own language. Maybe the deeper you dive, the less those languages argue. Maybe they begin recognizing one another. They say Black folks can't swim. I've always wondered who taught them to mistake memory for fear. Trauma doesn't always inherit language. Sometimes it inherits shorelines. The Atlantic, they call it a body of water. I've been wondering whose body, because the Atlantic has swallowed enough names to qualify as an ancestor. Every wave feels like somebody trying to remember out loud. History says Atlantis disappeared beneath the sea. History says millions of my ancestors did too. Funny, only one story gets permission to imagine what happened after they vanished. When Europeans imagined Atlantis, we called it philosophy. When I imagine my ancestors being welcome, suddenly imagination becomes irresponsible. Maybe Atlantis wasn't lost. Maybe history just wasn't invited. Colonizers have always confused what they couldn't conquer with what didn't exist. History has always been peer reviewed by the victors. They searched the ocean floor looking for gold. That's why they missed the kingdom. Maybe the captains thought they were throwing bodies overboard. Maybe the ocean called them by name. Maybe before the Atlantic learned their names, Yimoha already had. Maybe before their bodies touched the water, Oya was already the wind meeting them halfway, not to erase their grief, but to make sure slavery wasn't the last thing that introduced itself. And I'll stop there.
And there's more to it. Unmute yourself. Give it up for LadyK.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, LadyK.
Oh my god. And good luck. This is so exciting.
Thank you.
And knock him out. Knock him out. You're gonna
And
go.
what's crazy that she's not mentioning is like this is a qualifier into the world comp, right? That's in Africa this year. Like we do this, y'all. Like our community is super strong. Rip. Fucking rip, K. Rip.
I am telling you, I have been a different person this week. It's like, girl, this woman didn't just come back on fire. She's a fucking dragon flame, excuse my language. And she is breathing fire everywhere she walks, and the houses are burning down.
Thank you.
I love it.
You know what makes you so, one thing I would say, in my opinion, that makes you so formidable and dangerous and tricky and slippery in a competition would be this part of your technique, which I frequently hear in a lot of your poems. That's a meta poem where you, at some point in this poem, near the beginning, you refer to the poem and what you're doing with the poem. And you were talking about, I think, like how you were being on stage with the poem and stuff like that. And, when people do meta in a poem or any writing, it's a way to slip away from and escape the straitjacket of the narrative, and it frees you up and gives you all sorts of other possible directions to take your poem into. And I've heard that you do this in a number of your poems. It really seems to be a key to your technique, and I can see that being very dangerous to other poets.
Don't tell nobody about that.
No.
You can't be letting out my secrets.
For sure. And I've said that, like, when folks see LadyK's name on the competitors list, they're like, fuck, man, now I gotta deal with her. Like, because she is definitely a force to be reckoned with. And then you come off with something like this, like, yo, I just wrote it again, and there are some poets in the room that just love to flex. And this is another one of those things. Don't mistake my memory for fear. Explain the same ocean. What history wasn't the only witness. Swallowed names to be considered an ancestor. Swallowed enough names to be considered an ancestors. Yeah, and that just coincides with something I've been reading lately about a group of slaves. They thought they were screaming, but they were chanting this two-line phrase, and once they overthrew the slave ship, they were chanting this two-line phrase as all of them, the entire group of them, walked into the sea. Right? Because they would much rather go out. They said that it was like the spirit of the water is what's taking us, and the spirit of the water will take us. And they all of them all together decided to walk into the sea before they subjected themselves to slavery. So just really, really dope. Maybe the ocean called them by name, and that's what made me think about that. So really dope work. Thank you for what you do. Continued success at the competition. There is no luck involved. It's skill. Do not confuse luck with skill. Truly. Thank you, LadyK, for what you do. All right, 4 more. We'll get up out of here. Coming up next, this is another one of those cats that just flex, man. Like he'll probably say something like, yo, I was just writing this the other day, or I just decided to write this in a room, but here's the diamond in the rough real quick. But every time I run across this cat, he really puts in the work, man. Really, just really dope cat. The one and only IsMe in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's great to see you as always. Please take it away.
If y'all want to follow me, I'm IsMe__, and this piece is called New Prescription. I have to take this new prescription. Again? Yes, I gotta take these meds. More diagnoses as I pretend to take these meds. Welcome more side effects. Figuring out which side they affect, the left or the right side, the wrong or the right side. Trying to protect what is left of who I am. Rewriting and revising this new script. Manuscript. Every line I'm having difficulty to memorize. I'm fine. I'm fine. I try and I try again. Okay. I guess the third time was good. Next time, put some charm in it. Whatever that means. The tears allowed me to feel a sense of relief. A relief did not work for me. Art does. Poetry does. These painkillers killing my emotions. I get drowsy. These antidepressants playing with my emotions. It's making me still feel depressed. My cortisol filled with juries judging my fatigue. I'm dopamine playing tricks on me. I usually stand on business. But my cerebellum is making standing in balance a thing. It's taking my sanity. They won't leave. Now I'm hearing these voices again saying, you ain't shit. Why are you doing this? Anxiety taking a hold on me. My mind pleading, and anxiety is like not at all. I'm trying to calm my mind with Adderall and Ritalin. Somehow I can't get rid of it. A panic attack. Oh shit. This is the third one this week. This one is different. Well, I always felt different. My brain waves connect different. For instance, my oxytocin is having an affair with my endorphins, trauma dumping this painful feeling. My heart is being robbed of its blood, cardiac arrest, every hormone for perjury, every doctor for perjury, hell, even myself, because the imposter syndrome lied to me. I almost convinced myself. I thought I was getting help with help. Some people don't know how thin the line is I have with my mental health. I guess I should take them. Capsules. Perhaps the higher doses will create more focus. I'll get maybe the medication is in the drug. Maybe this is the remedy to get closer to who I once was. Before this dark cloud and this fog I couldn't see through. Deja vu, I seen this movie before, like a sequel, a preview to what's next. Losing my drive, I'm on E2. So should I take these tablets while reading on WebMD side effects on my tablet? Make it make sense. Maybe if I shock my brain, my ways would be in Spanish. Would I have any memory of it? Since it affects my hippocampus so close to snapping. Ooh, yeah. Macho madness. I write nothing but crack. Don't tell Judge Mathis. Poem.
That cat said I write nothing but crack. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Isaac. It's me.
Wow.
That was
Right,
fucking
Isaac.
awesome.
Yeah, Isaac.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We're getting some really, I mean, we always get raw stuff. It's just, yeah, just amazing to be here and to hear
Yeah.
everyone.
That was dope as fuck, and I want a copy of it. There were so many lines. It was really good. Thank you.
Well, you're gonna give Dre Reyes a taste for that his money when it comes to that accent with the oh yeah.
Talk that macho man shit. Come on. Talk that macho man shit. Sure.
I think I felt the hormone for perjury myself. That was a marvelous line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, I love the dope of this poem. Really, pun intended. It's called New Prescription, right? You mentioned the Adderall and the Ritalin. My oxytocin is having an affair. Like, yo, come on, man, talk that brain shit, man. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense, right? And I think that's another one of those T-shirt sayings, right? Make it make sense. Like I know you want to bring around the rosy with a pocket full of whatever you got. Like, make it make sense, you know. So I really, really appreciate the approach on this poem. Really, really, because some people, say that, kids are out of control. Well, in my opinion, they traded ass whoopings for pills, and things are different, right? You got your ass beat, you tend to stay in line, right? Pills are just different. So thank you for sharing that with us, and really, really continue to work on that. Continue to just warp it into what you need it to be. That is a very, very sick poem. Truly appreciate you. All right, coming up next, when I saw this artist, actually before that, I have to say, last week, again, so we jumped over a week, right? Last week was also a cat's birthday. We will get to him in a little bit. And I got up that morning, and I heard something from this poet who did like this tribute. And I was like, what in the world is happening? Right? And the person they did the tribute to sent it to me, and it's like, yo, did you hear this? I was like, yeah, I heard this. And it was just absolutely amazing when you have no ego and you can let the people know that you care about them in a very real way. To me, that just makes your stock priceless. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this next artist did a poem for an artist that's coming after them, and it just melted my heart. It was just a very real thing. And the last post I saw from them, they were in a place of healing. I mean, I don't know. That place is lots of things, but I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you made it through what you've been going through. The one and only Jessie Marie is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please take it away.
I just got out the hospital. I just had a harrowing experience with a life-saving procedure on Tuesday. So I walked in the door like 30 minutes ago. And it's an honor to come through the threshold and spend it with all of you guys and still be here to say I love you. So I have a poem about it. I'm gonna read it. Some Tuesdays don't happen. They split your life open, and by noon, my kidney had my body in a chokehold. Not metaphorically, I mean, my spine became a lightning rod, my organs turned feral, my skin couldn't decide whether to freeze or catch fire. I folded around myself like a building trying to hold its own collapse. There comes a threshold where pain strips away every performance. No courage, no dignity, absolutely no poetry, just an animal trying to stay inside its own skin. The emergency room is a cathedral where everyone prays with statistics. Blood pressure, white count, temperature. The nurses asked, where does it hurt? I wanted to tell them yesterday. My kidney, the place love just vacated. They threaded a stent through my body because pressure doesn't negotiate. It waits and then ruptures. And lying there under fluorescent light, spread open for strangers to save what I could no longer save, I discovered how ordinary survival looks. It's not glorious. It's not victorious, just another human being holding another human being together. The day before, I lost someone I loved. Not because love failed, because grief hadn't yet made room for the living. She saw a ghost. I needed someone who could still see me. And then, my phone started ringing. Again, and again, and again. And it was friends, poets, family I never shared a last name with. People calling me back toward myself. And there I was, drugged, crying, bleeding, half broken, and my name kept arriving inside other people's mouths like light, refusing to let darkness mispronounce me. And that is when I understood resilience isn't something I own, it's something we became for each other. Yesterday they carried the parts of me I no longer had the strength to lift. And thank God, because I don't think I would have survived on self-reliance. Love kept me alive long enough for medicine to catch up. 4 a.m, I pee blood. The toilet flowers crimson. My body writhes around broken glass. Every nerve is screaming. Every breath costs. Healing isn't beautiful. It's flesh arguing with oblivion. It's dawn dragging itself across the horizon on torn knees. Deep dive under pressure. Pressure doesn't expose my weaknesses. It burned away everything that wasn't true. Until all that remained was the raw, unedited animal inside my ribs still choosing mourning. A circle of human beings standing at the edge of my suffering, calling my name until I could hear the light inside it again. Poem.
You see what happens? You see what happens when you put poets in traumatic experiences? They write epic poems. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Jessie Marie.
Wow.
Oh,
Jessie. Goodness.
Holy shit.
I'm so thankful you're still with us.
Yes.
Indeed.
Just an animal trying to stay in their own skin. Ain't that the truth? Resilience is what we are for each other.
Right.
Oh, yeah, when you said
I just
human
one last thing I would say
I'm so
is
sorry, Paul.
no, just I'll be short with this. One thing I want to say is, and you all know what I'm talking about. Doesn't matter, and I'm not trying to downplay or discount or be negative about all the support a person gets when they're confronting mortality, when they're confronting the loss of their integrity as a individual, when they're confronting the loss of their bodily autonomy. Despite all the support, whether it's all the genius medical people in an emergency room, whether it's to my mind, somewhat sinister people in a mental health facility, whether it's the people who love you, who are from your family and all the configurations it takes, no matter all that support, at the end of the day, you know you are alone with your shit, with your thing, and it's up to you.
I just really love that as a community, as colleagues, we really dig into each other's work. And I think that's a very valuable aspect to our community. Because you don't just hear me saying, oh, you're dope. Oh, you said this, you said that, right? But you hear your contemporaries tell you how your work has landed with them. And you gotta be like less than 8 hours away from being under anesthesia. Like, you should be asleep in a knockout zone that is only reserved for the deepest of sleepers. Like, for real, you should be done for right now. Like, dreaming of applesauce or something. For real. But you're here. And that shows how dedicated you are to your craft, to telling your story in your own voice. And that is extremely powerful. We are sending you prayers and positive energy for a speedy recovery. Continue to do what you do and write about it. And we here for it. We here for it, for real. Get better soon. All right, 2 more. We're going to get out of here. Coming up next, Outlaw in the building. Razor blade that razor blade shaved with. Semper Fi. Slam Master of the World. Slam Master of the Outlaw Poetry Collective. This dude is he's just one of them ones. Prepare yourself. Shout out the Seatbelt Committee. The one and only CP Mays in the building. Come on, man. You know what it is. Let these folks know where they can find you. You know what it is. Outlaw in the building. Take it away.
Garage sells saviors. It seems like I've somehow lost my refurbished halo, and Jessie, believe me, needlessly, I'ma need it if I'm getting fly with Jack Daniels and Kid Icarus tonight. You tried to pull the out of the box tape right from underneath from underneath me is hush, little hurricane heartbreak word, and watch CP Mays go Mossenberg verb, lion or gazelle, give me anything outside of hell and ground to walk on, and watch me walk on, if not, never remind time. I was here. I was here. When I just said I was here, what made you think I would not be a Richter scale that's off its Richter well? Underdeveloped negatives getting halos, knocked outright a focus picture my father's unmarked grave because I can't. And ground keeps night on fucking sight. So no one's can see his handmade, handcrafted to hand grenade. That's where extraordinarily human unclaims its fucking graves to be. Nope. Where do you bury the father of an unexploded mortar round I grew up to be? Hey, Skiff, tell self-esteem I said, more fuck you, and I am everything they say and say anomaly. I am what anomaly claim I am to be. Daddy, lion, or gazelle, oh, do how hunger keeps up me. And Elemen2al, you go tell the fucking bookkeepers, gatekeepers to tell my time? It's my time to eat. And I am lying. Grew up as an underdog, don't type font me. Type colon, straight stage or page. I've well cultivated them all so well, and I am, oh hell, again. Maze goes giving hell, again, colon, street stage or page. God, we've mixed these breeds beautifully. And oh, where was I? Lion or gazelle, daddy, I'm the one who gets hungry and hunts down fears. And I eat well. You should be proud of that. You should be proud of that poem.
That's not a poem, sir. And I still am trying to figure out what it is that you do, but they're not poems. Unmute yourself. Give it up for CP Marie.
Are you fucking serious, sir?
That was hard.
CP.
Goodness gracious. Unbelievable.
It's my time to eat.
Catching my damn breath. My God.
It's my time to eat. Mm-hmm. That was a fucking hydrogen bomb of swagger.
That was. No, that's the best thing I've heard in a while.
Well, thank you. I mean, I just find that so instructive. And, if you're going to do a poem where you want to do self-definition, people, just go back to YouTube a day or two now and listen to CP Mays.
Like, yo, he does this for real, folks. I want y'all to know that, truly. This is not an act. This is not a one-off. This is what Mays does on a regular. If you could just hear some of the calls that we get on, and he just does this for real. For real. For real. Appreciate you, folk, for all that you do. We'll wrap soon. We may be in proximity grinding soon, so appreciate all that you do, man, for real. We are going to end the night with this gentleman coming up next. I just love people that really put in the legwork. And every time I see this dude, I see like, oh, he's connected with this cat and this person and this artist and this poet. It's like, damn, dude, like, what are you doing here? But he continues to bring some of the dopest voices of our generation into a space that gives you a one-on-one with them and allows you to connect with them in a very real way with your work. I appreciate this dude so very much, and I'm thankful that he's continuing to do exactly what he's doing. Mr. Snap into a Slam Jam himself, the one and only Dre Reyes in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. It's great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's great to be here after another hellacious work week. Just to let you know, in the group chat, I threw in a couple events that may be of interest for y'all. Tomorrow, I'm co-hosting a Trauma Dump open mic starting at 8 p.m. with a free write, and then the open mic will be starting approximately around 8:45, 8:50-ish, and it's gonna be a damn good time. If you're free tomorrow night, that's a spot. And this Saturday will be the Slam Jam, just like any other Saturday, but this is gonna be a different kind of Saturday. Originally, we were supposed to have Khalifa Mitchell as our special guest coach, but earlier this month, we found out that he had tragically passed away. So we're having a special edition tribute show with special guest coach Baba and Ngoma. So if you're able to come in and support the space and show support for another fallen member of our community, please show up. It'll be a damn good time. How do you sign up? Oh, you just show up. And then if you want to participate in a slam workshop or the open mic, just let me know from there. But yeah, that'll be this Saturday, 5 p.m. Room opens up at 4:45. So with that said, let's get on with the poetry. Again, thank you for having the space to do so. Wasn't too sure what to provide with y'all here. I thought I was gonna do something a little bit dark, but based on a true story, just a showcase range. But here's a poem I like to call Home. There have been times when I felt homeless in my own home. Home shouldn't be a place to dread more than a workplace. Home shouldn't feel like you have to settle for anything at the cost of your core values. Home shouldn't feel like indentured servitude with no breaks. Home shouldn't feel like you're sitting smack dab between tectonic plates in constant collision. Home shouldn't feel like you're an unwilling participant in an endless game of Russian roulette. Home shouldn't feel like a noose around your neck as soon as you wake up in the morning. Home shouldn't feel like a casket you're forcing yourself to get comfortable in. Home is not always a place, but a state of being. Home is a mental checkpoint we strive to have every day, a place to save our progress and regenerate our health, a safe space for the body, mind, heart, and soul that promotes growth and mindfulness. Home is a security blanket woven in comfort. Home is a feeling of achieving spiritual homeostasis. Home is a sigh of absolute relief from the chaos of everyday life. Home is sanctuary. Home is where I want to be, but I guess I'm already there. Home is standing here beside you, loving the passing of time. Home is walking into an embrace enclosed in your arms. Home is looking into your eyes and seeing everything I could ever desire, staring right back at me. Home is the freezing of time, the blurring of everybody else's faces, because you are home to me. Poem. Thank you.
Just a beautiful sentiment all the way around. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dre Reyes.
Let's go, Dre.
Right
So
on, Dre.
different
Let's
from one
go,
week to the
Dre.
next. I never know what we're getting. You know, I felt like I can fall asleep held in Angel's arms. It was so sweet. So it was just like on clouds. Very gentle, very nurturing.
That's how I know you're a real poet, or one of the reasons I know you're a real poet, because this apprehension of home being a state of being is what so many poets are drawn to. Norm did a poem like this just tonight, a little earlier. He was talking about home as being a state of being too, and it really is kind of the marker of somebody who's got their poetic sensibilities on all the time and feel secure with not needing a material manifestation of home to be a source of identity and fulfillment and so forth. And you really kind of almost listed the recipe for that in such a really straightforward and sensitive way.
Yeah, I tell you all the time, you got to be careful when you say shit like this, man. Be careful with these poems. People believe them. But really dope work as always, man. Like, you really put in work. After you put in work, you come through and you put in work. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for making sure that you're taking the time for your own artistry, right? Even though you're making space and room for other artists, you have to make sure that you're taking time for yourself as an artist as well. So truly appreciate you for all the things that you do. And for all the folks who have come through this evening, thank you so very much. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us 3.5 hours in the mix. So thank you all. I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. To the Jedi Master, to Rebecca and Elijah, CP Mays, Chaka, Dre, Asia, Dre, Alan Gary, Garland Thompson, Jay, and shout out Medusa was Black Spellbound in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. My man Kid Kuza, thank you so much for all that you do, for keeping us connected, making sure we stay in the mix. Thank you all, truly. It has been an incredible night, and we're going to end the night like this. Until we meet again, may this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, peace and blessings.